So we've hexed this guy, and you've got the rest of your turn. Feldraxian is about to probably smash this guy up with something. What have you got?
I'm thinking Eldritch Blast.
Do it.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Oh, with a 10, it doesn't quite reach the target. It does, but it's kind of it doesn't really seem to do anything. It's not a hit. It doesn't register as a hit.
Damn it, Grave.
We have 2 more goblins, and then Ardo. So the one that you just hexed. I don't want to use that word anymore. But anyway, the one that you just hexed runs forward in panic with the spells flying off.
Didn't he use his turn?
Straight towards Tharaga.
Okay. Fuck off!
Like, It doesn't understand what's going on. It saw this spell like flying at it. It didn't do anything to him. He feels awkward anyway because he's just been hexed, and he didn't know what to do. So he just threw himself straight into battle.
Oh shit.
And
Save me!
As all the other goblins look on in shame.
yeah, they don't understand what's going on. They're like,
There he goes again.
so he pulls out his scimitar
Holy shit!
and tries to slice at you. And he misses. There's all this panic, and he takes a big swing and just like stumbles into you and just looks at you like, oh shit. But he doesn't say that because he's a goblin. He goes,
Don't worry, it's not my turn yet. I mean...
and then we have the other goblin, who is which one? Which one are you? Ah, that one. This one sees what's going on, doesn't like it, and fires an arrow at Ardo,
Bring it.
trying to keep the range. As he draws on this, with all these spells flying around and his friend dying, he doesn't quite know how to handle his bow anymore, and he knocks the arrow, and it spins round the bow with the twang and whacks him in the back of the head. These goblins are seriously panicked.
Wait, did he just hit himself?
Yeah, he just hit himself in the head. He didn't take any damage from it, but it was enough to cause severe embarrassment.
Yeah. Hey, Grave, is your stream active?
Mental damage.
Yeah. the stream
yeah.
is active.
Okay.
You may need to
That's
refresh.
Not anything for me.
It is for me. I just watched him pretend to hit himself in the back of the head. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't believe I missed that.
So I guess that would make it my turn.
It is Ardo's turn, indeed.
Addo's gonna move right here.
The
Attack
shiny
the goblin
paladin.
that went after Thoranga. Alright, hold on, let me see how. Great sword.
Great
Does a
sword with
14 hit?
14. No, you swing and miss. The nimble goblin, still panicked about running into Thraga, sort of shifts underneath your blade as you attack. The great sword is slightly too slow.
What?
I should have moved like here because then I would have got advantage on the attack roll. But hindsight, well, that being said, he's gonna move. Let's see here. I have five. Do I? Yeah, no, never mind. I don't have. Do I have less movement speed because of my armor? I forget.
No. You just have disadvantage on stealth rolls.
Which I don't care about. All right.
Needs
wait,
to
that was
can
first.
you-
But Holly
You
sure
know-
does.
Yeah.
I will wait. I will end my turn there.
Okay. All right.
I don't think I can. I think lay on hands is an action itself, so I don't got another action.
Tharaga, it's your turn.
I'm just staring at the goblin like, what the fuck, and take out my scimitar. And I'm gonna try and hit it.
Strike that goblin. See if you can hit this guy. He was nimble before. He was
If
ducking
I
and
miss-
weaving.
I'm gonna kill someone.
Oh, that hits.
Oh yeah!
It doesn't quite kill him, but it does take a big chunk out of his leather armor.
That's what you get for trying to kill me, you fucker.
But this guy looks hurt.
You better be.
Doggy, you hurt his feelings.
Yeah,
In fact,
Wants to hurt more than that.
that's what I do.
that goblin you struck then is on his last legs. You could probably knock him out with a punch.
One punch.
Are you gonna try and, well, you can't really disengage, because what happens if you move out of combat now, you can get an attack of opportunity on you, so that the goblin will be able to strike you. Once you're in combat, you're kind of locked in combat in this game. So is there anything else you want to do before we move over to Holly's turn again, back to the second phase,
Not really.
or second turn rather? All right, Holly, it's your turn again, and it's that time.
Yeah, I think I'm. Can you guys handle the almost dead one?
I hope so.
Yeah, because I'm thinking I could take a shot at him, but I could also try to take on the ones further away.
If you shoot into combat and you roll a 1 to hit, you can hit allies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
so-
so no.
Don't shoot at us. You're gonna kill me.
And Otto will get an arrow in his ass. It was a goblin! Well, why does the arrow look different?
Wait, are we talking about Holly getting a 1? Because I don't think that's ever happened.
No,
before.
no, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But
You
anyway.
know, it's
I mean,
1 kill, 5 misses. I'm gonna miss 5 times next, so I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I think I'm going to shoot at the one that is nearest to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Let's see if I can hit this thing.
Oh, there's the one!
That's only damage, that's fine. But the 8 misses. So an 8 to hit misses. Well, considering a 14 to hit misses as well. So this arrow again skims past the goblin and over the edge of the cliff again.
Oh no.
Do you want? I mean, you're fairly hidden there, and you're kind of in cover as well. So if they shoot arrows back at you, they've got disadvantage. So you can either move out of there, or you can stick where you are.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I could.
Stay there.
I do have the rapier. I'm thinking if that would be a better choice right now. I don't. I seem to be missing a lot.
Well, if you want to, if you want to do this, I can maybe give you some character insight. If you want to roll an insight check while you're fighting, if you ever want help from the DM, and you roll an insight, and I'll see you can see what your character might discern from this situation.
Yeah. Okay.
At 18, all right. So your character looks over at Ardo and Tharaga, sees that they're locked in combat. You also look over at the 3 goblins that are remaining, and you think, if you run out of there, you're going to be facing 3, while Ardo and Tharaga are just locked in with 1.
Doesn't sound too good.
So
Yeah.
you're thinking that you get the feeling that it's
Don't do
not.
it.
Yeah, you get the feeling it's not a good idea to run out just yet. Perhaps when Ardo and Tharaga are free, you might be able to run out and help with them.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to sit here.
All
Keep
right.
Best bet as a ranged character is to use that range advantage.
Yeah. you don't want to be surrounded by 3 goblins either.
It's just maddening when you can't hit things.
Mm,
So
I know.
the first goblin, well, the one the furthest away, sees arrows flying out of the trees, and becomes enraged by this nonsense. He couldn't see where you were, and starts firing arrows back at the tree line. So this is a disadvantage roll because it's into cover at Haliaga. So basically 2 dice get rolled and you take the lowest, which is a 6 to hit, which is, if that had hit you, that would have hurt, but it didn't. It hits the tree next to you, so not even close. Bloody Mexican goblins? What?
They sound like a scream.
Just put a table in front of them, they can't get up.
Alright, so this next goblin, again, because you shot at, this is the one you shot at now, takes the same stance and shoots an arrow at Holly as well, with disadvantage. And doesn't hit, no. It just goes through the leaves, way past, missed. Feldraxian?
But I mean, at least I'm a good distraction. They're not shooting at you guys.
I think I'm gonna try to throw Witch Bolt.
There we go. Feldraxian charges the Witch Bolt. And lets loose. Your spells aren't coming through properly, are they?
It came in
Oh,
on Roll20 and the little chat thing, but
It didn't show any stats with it. Where was your other Witch Bolt?
yeah.
Do I need to look up the Witch Bolt too?
No, it might just be the sheet itself. Let me just have a quick look.
What
Okay.
I was asking, do you want me to pull it up in the book real quick?
Oh no, to know what it does.
Yeah.
No, it should have stats with it, and we need the dice rolls, right?
Yeah.
It should have all the information on the sheet. So if I go to here, because I can get Witch Bolt from the compendium in Roll20 as well.
It's true.
I could have just made this simpler and do an Eldritch Blast again.
Yeah, but doesn't Witch Bolt sound cool?
Does.
I
Witch
mean,
Bolt
yeah,
isn't in
that's what I
the
said.
compendium.
Oh, it isn't.
No,
I
I don't think so.
It's in the book.
Yeah,
Well,
but it's in the
it
book.
exists, but the compendium isn't always complete.
No, it's not. It's the
Oh,
SRD,
okay.
so you may have to fill that in of your own accord. So yeah,
It's not in
Okay.
there.
In order to create simplicity, should I just do an Eldritch Blast instead?
that's totally up to you if you want to do that.
I will try that instead.
But it'll just require a bit of messing about. So if you go into your spell and copy all the details from the book of what dice are needed and things like that, you'll have to tweak it
Okay.
and get that to work.
Yeah, I'll work on that when after
Yeah, sure.
this.
Well, that's a hit. Got
Holy
24 to
shit.
hit, and this one is against which
The one that's right next to Tharaga and Otto.
are the closest one, and you get your bonus damage as well. I think, which is what 1d6 was it?
Yeah, it's 1d6 necrotic.
Not that you need that because the 2 actually kills it.
Yay!
Holy fuck.
So
Stay
Thanks,
off my
dude.
sister.
you see this eldritch blast. A beam of crackling energy streaks over Tharaga's shoulder. Oh, sorry, it'd have to be under because it's a goblin, so it's probably shorter. So it goes underneath your arm as you're in combat with this thing, and it just blasts away and falls back onto the ground, dead, destroyed.
Stay off my sister, man.
Thank you. I mean, what?
So touching.
I mean, what?
So touching. Wow, I'm so moved.
Having fun family moments with dead goblins around.
And are you going to make a movement, or are you going to leave it at that?
How about there?
I'm so alone here.
How about that?
It's like, Ado, please shield me.
My thoughts exactly.
So 3 goblins remain, fighting the 4 of you.
Yeah, I think actually the goblins try to hit Feldraxi and I have disadvantage because I'm in the way.
So the goblin that's nearest to you turns around and looks at its allies, and it says, "Trikoka, trikoka," and then turns and tries to run away.
Yeah, you better
This
run.
fucking bitch.
But isn't that the cliff face over there?
The black line to the north, or to the top of the screen, is the cliff face. So
Oh.
they're running along the edge of the cliff face, like the pathway.
Of all the times I wish I had taken the charge attack feat.
Oh,
Because I don't think you can do a charge attack normally in this one.
hang on. Wait, that was the no, that was the right goblin. It's fine. I just didn't switch turns from the last one either. So that one is dead. There you go. So next would be Ardo.
Alright, let's see how. Well, I'm going to take a dash action and move right in between those 2 goblins.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
That was good. You guys
That's great.
aren't going anywhere. All right.
The goblins haven't tried to freak out about that. I'm disappointed.
Yeah. What do you
Oh,
say?
no.
Do you say anything to these goblins as you get there?
I severely suggest you surrender.
Nice.
I am Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Princess Bride. They're all coming out. All the references today. Theraga, it's your turn.
Oh, it's me! Oh, shit.
Does she do anything grumpy before her next move?
What?
Does she do anything grumpy before her next move? Does she?
She's gonna kick the dead corpse of that stupid goblin.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. That's what you get. Fuck off.
Just steps on its throat as she walks forwards.
Yes.
You should step over it. Literally.
Yes. How do I measure where I can go?
You can. I can use the ruler tool for you, and you can see. So it's 30 feet.
30 feet. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go right there. Right? Over that fucking dead body.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, you squish as you crunch its whatever part of the body you want to step on as you cross over it.
Grave, you might want to change your color off of white if you're going to be using the line tool.
Yeah, I'm not really going to be using it, to be honest.
Okay.
Let's see.
I don't really. It doesn't really matter what I use, but because the stream can't see that anyway.
Right.
But yeah.
I couldn't see it either when you were trying to measure
No,
it
you
out.
couldn't. I couldn't. I was like, this is stupid. So yeah.
I'm trying
from-
to think if I have anything, but I don't think I.
You haven't got anything ranged to get these guys.
Don't druids have spells?
Yeah, I do have produce flame. I could try to burn someone.
Yeah, it's damage.
Yeah. Huh?
It's damage. So if you can damage
Yeah.
one of the goblins, they're not very strong. It's just the hitting them is the hardest part.
Yeah, I think I will adjust that. Wait a second.
A druid of the
Mm.
flame from World of Warcraft.
What?
A druid of the flame. I haven't played World of Warcraft since vanilla, really. I played a bit of Cataclysm, but Cataclysm.
Yeah, the druid of the flame thing I think came up during Cataclysm.
Yeah, I don't think I can hit anyone with that.
7 to hit. Unfortunately not. So this flame appears, which seems to freak the goblins out even more in your hands. If they can be even more freaked out than they are. And you throw it at them, and it goes over their heads. And lands past, yeah. Past
Does it
Ado.
at least singe their hair or something?
They hop around a little, trying to be wary of Ardo, and also trying to escape, but they can't, and they're getting fire thrown at them. So imagine a goblin that's ducking and weaving and trying to slip any of Ardo's attacks, as well as dodge fireballs flying at them. They look ridiculous.
Oh, that looks dumb. Oh.
Yeah,
All right,
there's not really much else I can do.
and Holly. Oh, here we go, Sensei. Thank you very much for the host with 6 viewers. Appreciate the host. Thank you very much.
Mm.
Holly, it's your turn. You're still in the tree
Yeah.
with a good vantage point.
Tarzan.
I'm thinking, would now be a good time to actually get down from the tree?
That's totally up to you. You thought before with your role that you could wait for those guys to push up, so they're now free. So it's entirely up to you.
Yeah, I think I could.
Should you like
Uh,
shoot first or something?
I'm thinking about trying to backstab them with the rapier or
Yeah.
something.
Sure.
You might want to go after the one that's trying to get away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
Because right now, the two that I'm next to, if they decide to move, they get a great sword in the face.
How do I get the range to sword?
So what you can do tactically here, you can either do a dash, which takes up your action, so you can't attack. I think the distance you've got here is. Oh no, you can make it. You can make it in one movement.
Oh,
If you successfully roll me an acrobatics check to get down off the tree quickly, you can get there in one move. If you fail the acrobatics check, it just means you have to get there in 2, which is a dash. 17's easy enough. You jump out of the tree line with any kind of flair you want. You can do a flip again if you like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just see Holly flip out of the tree line, and then
so extra.
nice landing, and then you can move up to that.
Flipping out, Holly. Damn.
Yeah, can I go to like round
She's flipping out almost as much as the goblins.
Yeah, but in much more style.
That's
Of course, she's Holly.
yeah. I'm too good.
The acrobatics are real.
Yeah.
It's great.
I know.
Diving roll, flip right out of the tree line, and she probably lands away from the battle a little bit, so she's not getting caught up with the other guys. And then, boom, she's right next to the goblin that was trying to escape. So all goblins are now engaged in some kind of hand-to-hand combat. So the one that tried to run away before can't run away anymore. Has to turn around and face Holly, unless it wants to get stabbed in the back.
Yay!
So you've got an attack. You can use it.
Yeah, can I try to hit it with a rapier?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
Holy
Oh.
fuck!
A
Holly
16
does
to
it
hit.
again.
He's fucking
Okay.
one
Okay.
shot, one kill
I'm done.
again!
All right.
I just flip out of the
She's
tree
like, you're
and
not getting away.
come and
you
backstab.
Yeah. You tell me exactly that goblin is dead. Okay. So you tell me exactly how this scene unfolds. So what actually just happened then? Because this goblin is just, you were in a tree and now there's a goblin dead. So what happened from you getting out of the tree to this goblin dying?
Yeah, I decide I'm not going to hit anything anymore, so I flip out of the tree, roll around for a while, get a nice landing, and then I get up to the goblin and backstab it with a rapier before it even notices I'm here.
Right through the spine.
Yeah.
Stabbity stab.
Stabbity stab.
This is like Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
It's done. It's over. All right, that goblin's dead. Let's get him out of here.
He's D.
As a door now.
Dead.
Nice. Well done.
Dang, Holly's the only one that's been ridiculously good with all of her, almost
Yeah,
all of her
I know,
rolls.
right?
I really built this character around dexterity, and it seems to work.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it does. So now there's 2 goblins remaining, and they. Do you know what? Keep that rolling. I'm going to give you, because of that swift, excellent insta kill. I'm going to give you an extra bit of movement. So if you want to move up to where Ardo is to help him in combat, then you can.
Yeah.
With the fluidity of that attack, it all just rolls into one.
Yeah, can I?
I guess if anybody belongs in the guilds for murder ship, Holly's the one.
Yeah, Harley's the one.
Yeah, can I?
Yeah,
Here.
that's awesome.
Hey, Ado, do a spin attack.
I wish I could.
So the goblin that you've just moved up to, so there's basically, you've got Ardo in the middle, and you've got a goblin either side of him, and then just off to the side, you've got Holly waiting to strike. So Ardo's sort of like in between holding his greatsword, as these goblins are like with their scimitars like they don't know what to do. So this first goblin doesn't even notice Holly and tries to strike at Ardo with his scimitar. And he rolls a 7. Complete. It's just like, you know what? You just deflect that shit. Your greatsword comes down. Get that little tiny little knife away from me, man, or whatever you say. Look, on you explain what happens there.
So I don't use my greatsword to deflect. He tries to stab with a scimitar, and it just tinks off the armor.
You sort of shift into a position, and it just tink.
Like,
You can't break
no.
through that armor. He ain't got a chance.
And again with that 1 slashing damage.
Oh no.
The damage roll just does not like you today, Grave.
No. Well, that's good for you.
Yeah, it is. It's great for me.
And so the next goblin, this goblin, yeah, it's his turn. Okay. So this goblin, the same again, tries to get with the scimitar. Rolling them dice. And again, nothing.
At least
So
it
after-
wasn't the one
The 2 goblins either side of Ardo try to attack him with the scimitar, almost at the same time. Does Ardo react in any way? How does he react to those attacks?
Well, as soon as the scimitars obviously just hit the armor and do nothing, he just kind of swats them away.
Yeah.
Too cool.
It's Veldraxian's turn.
Am I still within range?
What's the range on that attack? Is it? Sure, it's. Right, 55 feet away.
55 feet away from either one of them.
Mm-hmm. And what's your attack range? I mean, you can move and attack,
I
so.
thought it was 60, but let me check. Oh, the range is 120.
Oh, easy. You don't even have to move.
All right.
I don't think he would have to
Let's
move.
see.
He wouldn't even have to move no matter where they are on the map.
Yeah. Generally, if there's anything over 100 feet, you're normally always in range, so.
I think. Here, let me just link this and see.
This battle is not going well for the goblins. The goblins trying to flee.
You're doing burning hands?
I just wanted to see what the it's the only way I know to look at the spell and see what it did,
Oh.
because I don't have my book with me.
All right,
And I
yeah,
didn't
you're
want. I don't want to have to keep
you're
on
not
bothering.
actually rolling it.
You know,
No,
that's a 15-foot cone, so that's like this.
Right. I will do another Eldritch Blast because my only attack ones are Eldritch Blast, Burning Hands, and Witch Bolt. The other ones are Mage Hand, Thaumaturgy, Command, and Hex.
Yeah, they ain't got a lot at the start. It's mostly just, yeah,
Just
Eldritch
throw
Blast
on the
after
side.
Eldritch Blast. Yeah, pretty much at first level. Yeah.
I think I'm going to do Eldritch Blast again.
Charges up. 22
Long
to
range.
hit, 2 damage.
Snipe spell.
I love the sound effects, Grave.
Hey, I wonder whether I can do. Let me just try something. FX lightning. They might have added this. Oh no, it just does fire. That's stupid. well, that didn't work.
That would have been great.
Oh, dude, come on, man.
Grave, you can change what effect it does.
Yeah.
I know what you're using because I too am a subscriber.
All right. Okay. Hang on. all my stuff just disappeared again. It's fine.
Oh goodness.
It's fine.
Yeah,
It's done.
but
It's fixed. It's fixed. It's fixed.
It's every time that I attack.
Yeah. It's the. I'm telling you, it's Veldraxian. It's real. It's, the hex is real, man.
Beat the game by taking out the game master.
Yeah, the GM's getting smashed up. Tiefling cursed. Yeah, so yeah, 2 damage. That goblin takes 2 damage. So now you are. There we go.
Not as much damage as I would have hoped, but hey.
It's
at
a
least
hit.
it hit.
Damage.
Makes it easier to kill.
At least you hit.
Is it Ardo's turn?
Yep. All right. So the one that is like on top of me, I have advantage on because of Holly, correct?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna roll a go against that one.
It's pinned against the cliff edge, between you and Holly. So yeah, definitely.
I pretty much think he's dead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Does she fall off?
Don't make him drop into the camp. That's going to tell them we're here and killing them.
Some blood, mate. Some black goblin blood. Who's gonna get blood on him?
It's raining blood.
There are
I'm
4
fairly
directions.
Sure Shadow definitely does because he's right there,
Yep.
and he's the cause of the blood fountain.
Because this guy literally just gets cleaved with the greatsword.
Ew.
Funny.
It doesn't fall off the cliff though. You're right. There's no alert.
He just
So-
falls in half.
One of the goblins is now gone, eliminated, and Ardo has 1 more behind him. I'm assuming that's all you can do because you only have 1 attack at the moment, right?
That's correct. Until I level up to I think it's like 3 or 4.
Tharaga, it's your turn.
Well, I think I'm just gonna move next to the last one
Sure.
and go over the dead body right there again.
If you go to this side, you also get advantage because it's trapped.
Okay, sure. Haha. And I think I'll try hitting it with my scimitar again.
Yeah. So Tharaga slices. Wow. Okay, this is an insta kill. You explain how you kill this guy. You run over to this goblin, who's facing down with Ardo, and you come
I
up
fucking
behind,
chop his head off!
and its head just comes clean off like this, clean off, destroyed.
She slices, she dices, she juliennes and fries.
The full
Everybody's
season?
done something like
yes.
badass.
Hey
All I've
Troy,
done
welcome.
is give grave problems.
So that is
Isn't that truly the biggest victory of them all, giving grave problems?
Yeah, I guess
the
it's fun to
GM.
mess with God.
So the victory dance.
Yay!
Yes.
Good.
This is fine.
I'm
So
liking this.
all goblins have been slain, and you guys are free. The cat is still in the trees somewhere, right? So
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Well, we hope it is anyway.
All right, let's get rid of it.
Cat was never heard from again. I mean,
So that was the first battle completed. Well done. We only took one hit the entire time.
Yeah, I'm dying.
Addo will go over and heal Thoranga. Or Thuriga. Is it Thuriga?
Sure.
Yeah, it's Thuriga. How many hit points is she down? Because I think I have 5 I can use.
It was
I
only
think it's
3.
3.
I'm down
Nice.
3.
And welcome, Troy.
That. And then I've used 3 of 5 between long rests.
So everyone in chat, I'm gonna ask the chat now. Do you think that with all the shouting and screaming from the goblins, that the goblin camp has noticed this battle, or do you think that these guys are safe and they can still sneak around? It's up to you. The fate of these guys is totally up to the chat right now.
Yeah, I mean,
And if
very
and,
sorry,
and
so-
yeah, the players are not allowed to vote because I know they're in the chat as well. You see the black cat come out of the tree line.
Oh my god, it's my child. Can I
Yeah.
pet
So did the goblin camp hear the battle or did they not? Andrew obviously wants them not to have heard. Oh, and Troy's drinking Jack Daniels. Damn it, Troy.
I don't. I think it's a little early for me to be doing that.
Yeah. Well, he's in Australia, so
Yeah, that's fair then.
What are you talking about? 5 in the morning is a great time to drink.
Yeah, it's the best
That's-
time to drink.
that's
mean,
when
it is
I've
5
just stopped
o'clock.
drinking. Normally after a mad
I mean,
bender.
I kind of feel like I usually stop drinking if I'm going to a bar at like 2 because that's last call. But that's just me.
I'm
House
just
party afterwards.
That's true. That's true.
Our votes totally count, Andrew.
They're gonna have to because I don't think anyone else is voting. So yeah, there you go. They didn't hear. The goblins in the camp did not hear any of the battle that occurred on the cliff.
They didn't hear it because of that loud ass forge.
Yeah, they're making too
Oh,
much noise
happened
down there
way too
themselves.
quick. It all happened way too quick for them to hear anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It was over. The insta kills were just too much. It was Assassin's Creed. This wasn't a battle. This was a slaughterfest.
It was what, 3 rounds? That's like 18 seconds. It was
Yeah,
over 18 seconds.
over in 18 seconds. 3 rounds. That's insane.
Imagine 18 seconds, 2 kills. 4 hits.
That's great.
Uh,
Fucking 18 seconds.
So what you guys? There's the other patrol that's on the other cliff, on the opposite side of the camp.
Mhm.
And also you've obviously got the camp in the middle as well.
We should go take care of the other the ones overlooking the camp. That way we don't have people firing down upon us.
yeah, good
Yep,
point.
I agree.
Yeah, sure. I
Uh,
very reluctantly leave the cat again.
It's fairly easy to navigate the terrain because you can see everything from up here, and there's plenty of cover to get to the other cliff. So it's an easy stealth roll to get there without being spotted. So
Stove.
basically, you just need to score more than a 5.
So Holly,
Or based,
stealth
eh,
that again.
or forget that. In fact, any rolls of 1. I was going to say you got a 4, but any rolls of 1, so any critical failures will prevent you from getting to the other side. Get out!
I guess I'm too excited for my kills. Can't stealth tonight.
Wait, hold on. I still got to roll mine. Let's see if.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, Yeah, well, you didn't roll a
The
crit. You didn't.
natural one,
It wasn't a natural one. You're fine. You're fine.
You're so good at this.
So, are you going to time me out? No. Oh yeah, because Troy got timed out in the chat. Oh, that was awesome. All right. So yeah, Holly. I don't know how the hell you made so much noise. I think you must have like literally come out of cover and like looked like, are the goblins still there? Or something. I don't know what you did. Or you must have like peeked your head up. I think it was just a bit of bad luck. I think you might have peeked out just to see what was going on in case anyone was creeping up on you. And as you peeked, one of the goblins was looking in that direction at that time.
Oh
So-
no.
So the
Maybe she
one of
just screamed battle victory.
yeah, I killed your friends. No, I think it has to be. It can't be anything to do with stupidity because it definitely wasn't. It was just unlucky. So she probably just peeked out to have a look, and it was just unlucky that the goblin was looking in that direction at the time and saw Holly.
No.
So this goblin sees, turns round, and runs back into the camp, and you see them. He's trying to gather everyone up. So this is your moment to decide, or you'll need to tell the other guys that you've been spotted because they don't know yet, as well.
Yeah, guys, I fucked up. I done goofed.
You
I
done
done
goofed.
goofed.
If you noticed.
Great.
Otto's gonna try to rush forward and grab the guy and grab the goblin and kill it real quick.
All right. Well, this goblin's gonna be too far away with the camp. I'm gonna show you the distance of the camp is probably about 100 feet away. From the it basically from the camp to the cliff face, you've got about 100 feet.
So what you're
All the way
saying
around.
is I could blast it with an Eldritch Blast.
Exactly.
Just do it.
So as this goblin spots you, Holly turns around and says, "You know, I done goofed." And then straight off the bat, Otto jumps up, looks at the range, not really sure whether he can do anything. And then Peldraxian comes out of the blue with a roll.
Oh God!
Oh no.
And he definitely misses.
Yeah, so well, this is the moment where everything's going wrong for you guys, and the Eldritch Blast just makes so much noise, and as you, because you're trying to rush to try and get this guy, you know, it's an emergency. This guy's gonna alert all the other goblins in the camp right now. Peldraxian slips on a root, Eldritch blasts the tree next to him, then the tree collapses.
Oh no.
And all of the goblins, like, from the camp, just, like, come out of the tents and just look.
Oh no.
Oh God!
We were doing so good. Now we're all fine.
Now we're gonna die.
Nah, we'll be fine.
Ugh.
I'm never gonna see my cat again.
I was like, God damn it, Phil.
Holly's just crying because I tried so.
So far.
I was supposed to be the stealthy one.
Yeah, I know. To be, you guys might feel a little. Well, I'll tell you what happens here now is a little bit surprising to you all, as the 8 goblins that are in the camp, they turn tail and they start to run away. They leave all their camp behind and they start to run. They hightail it. They've just seen a tree fall down.
They're like, fuck that noise. I ain't dealing with this.
Yeah,
shit."
exactly, right?
Okay, so
Okay, so basically they think there's something great
even
and horrible there, and
Oh yeah,
they're-
worse
they're
than
out of
us.
there. Goblins are cowards. Are you doing stream after this? Oh yeah, we'll be streaming later on as well tonight, after the D&D stuff. Yeah. Yeah,
in reality,
Troy,
there's-
who's in my chat right now, the Australian.
More D&D. No.
He got timed out in a friend's chat for 5 minutes, so he couldn't talk for being a naughty boy. didn't you?
Tisk,
Uh,
tisk.
He wasn't actually being naughty. It was a troll. He
So
got
are we
trolled.
gonna be getting? Are we gonna be on a different map here for this battle, or?
Well, they're hightailing it. I don't. If you want to catch them, you can try and catch them. They're probably going to outrun you. That's totally up to you guys if you want to chase them down.
I mean, what was our goal? Was our
You've just got to
what-
clear the camp and see what was going on. And if they're not there, it's clear.
I mean, I'm gonna go check out the camp, see if there's like any,
Yeah,
loot.
let's go loot it.
Maybe you can
Yeah.
find some sick
gonna-
goblin weapons at the forge.
Yeah,
I wanna
dirty
go
goblin
find the
weapons.
cat.
I want their money. Do goblins have money?
Yeah, they can have little stashes of gold and stuff.
Yes.
They're plunderers, and they normally what you know about. In fact, you know what? Roll me a history check and see if you know anything about them.
Yeah.
Everyone?
Yeah, anyone who wants to roll can. Yeah.
Sure, history.
I don't know everything there is to know about goblins. So just this session's called Ask Otto.
Yeah.
It's an
yeah,
AMA
I know.
about
Goblins have gold.
What?
How did you fail that more than me? I have -1 in history.
I have +4 in history. And
Tharaga's like, what's a goblin?
you know the thing you slice the head off.
You know.
Oh, that's a goblin. I see.
Oh,
So
now I see.
Ardo
I don't
knows.
care what they're called. I just want to kill them.
In fact, Ardo, do you know about goblins like in real life? I'm pretty sure you do, right?
Yeah, they're annoying little buggers. They pop up. They have war camps, mostly to keep humans away from their actual camps. Like those aren't. This camp is most likely a war camp. It's not their actual. Hey, why can't I zoom in on the map?
Oh, you should be able to. On the
I
top
think
top
so.
right, there's a little slider.
No, it's not. Okay, there. For something was screwing up. I think it was another window I had open, but now I got it. But yeah, goblins.
Nice one, Troy.
They range in skin color. Usually it's like gray or greenish. They're small creatures. They're scavengers. They're often conscripted armies of larger goblinoids. They're cowards, as obvious evidenced by our battles.
Yeah.
And will generally only attack if they know they have superior numbers.
Yeah, and if they know, yeah, exactly. And they also they're prone to like capturing animals and beasts and like torturing and taming them and like basically breaking them.
Those monsters.
But yeah.
They enjoy violence for violence sake. I know that much too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, generic evil goblins that are a pain in the ass.
Nice. Yeah, so can we go loot them?
Yeah, you can head up to the camp. So as you head up to the camp, you see obviously the forge is burning. There's tools been left around. They've literally just dropped everything around. They don't care about the camp.
Is there anything of value?
Roll anyone who's searching. Roll me a perception check, and that will help determine how much you find. So we have an
Of course, the thing I
11
got a
from
decent
Holly.
Bonus on.
What was that? Sorry about bonus.
Of course, the thing I got a decent bonus on. I roll a 5.
Yeah. Well, Feldraxian has got a 19. Feldraxian's looking around one of these tents that are in there and comes across an old chest. That seems more intriguing. It's locked. Holly, you
Holly.
also... Holly finds a couple of pouches of gold on a table with some grog.
Yeah, they're mine now.
If you open them to have a look, you'll see there's 11 gold in each pouch.
Holy shit, you're
Yes.
rich.
So you'll have to write that down in your inventory that you found 22 gold.
Yeah, can I?
Are you sharing any of this with the group?
You can borrow.
Does
it
anyone
depending-
notice?
She says you can borrow it with interest.
Yeah, it's just tell me if you need it. But otherwise it's mine.
Yeah, but Feldraxian's probably found the most interesting item here. Well, it's a locked chest.
So, how do we get it unlocked? I'm
I
thinking
have
Holly.
thieves'
She
tools.
probably has some tools.
Yeah.
I mean, there's I have a set of lockpicks.
Yeah, lockpicks will do it.
Yeah. Do I have to roll anything or?
Basically, you can add your proficiency bonus to any ability checks you make to disarm traps or open locks. So if you go on your sheet, there should be a ability for. I'm not sure whether it's sleight of hand. Is it sleight of hand? I can't remember in this edition.
I think in this edition, the actual check itself is a dexterity check. I can try to find it in the book real quick.
Sure.
Yeah, might be best. I can't really see.
It's my haggle hands off.
I just know I have two times proficiency. What? How do you say that word?
Proficiency.
Yeah.
Proficiency. I have 2 times proficiency in thieves' tools, so I don't know if that helps.
Yeah, that just means you can use them if you've got proficiency in them. So you get +2 to your roll
Yeah.
if you use thieves' tools too. I'm pretty sure it's sleight of hand. You kind of get this game. It's basically like any RPG that you might have ever played.
Like
Kirsty.
Skyrim.
Yeah, like
Older
Skyrim
editions
or
actually
World
has
of Warcraft, or
Skill for it.
it's mostly built around a story. So basically, we've got a chest here, and we're just trying to open it, and you've got to roll a dice and add your skill to the dice roll. Each character's got their own sheet of statistics that they build. So we've got a rogue, we've got a warlock,
Picking
a
lock
paladin,
is a
and
straight
druid.
dexterity check with the proficiency bonus.
All right.
Thieves' tools.
So your dexterity stat, you need to roll that.
Oh, that was wrong. Sorry.
Yeah. It was.
Dexterity. Just
It's on your actual raw stats at the top. You know, your generic dexterity. There we go. 8 + 2, 10. It's a 10's an average roll. It'll get you open. This is a basic lock. So this padlock drops open.
yes. Okay, so what's inside?
You open the chest, and you see a couple of useless rocks. Well, they seem useless.
Rocks.
And but they're funny shapes. I think maybe one of these goblins have been trying to carve something out of this rock. Maybe some kind of totem or something. And then you see another couple of bags of gold. These ones are a little bit bigger than the others.
Yeah. I think I'm going to offer them to Phil Traxon. He's the one who found the box.
As you take out the 2 bags of gold, beneath them there's a parchment.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah, let's
Catch you later, Kirsty.
what?
I was just saying to my chat, thank you very much for stopping in.
Oh.
Jamina. Enjoy your breakfast.
Yeah, so I
That's Troy.
I know, Troy. You troll.
let's read the parchment. What does it say?
The parchment's written in another language. It's not common.
Ooh, what language?
is it?
What languages do you know? Or what can you read?
I know common
know
and Elfish, but
Common and Elvish. Anyone else?
I know.
Infernal and Abyssal.
Nope.
So
I know Draconic.
It's not Draconic either.
What you?
hold on. I don't think I actually picked up my second language because I think humans start with 2, don't they?
Yeah, well, you can
Yeah,
pick
if I remember
a couple
correctly.
now.
So, hey Grave, I know it's a long shot considering this is kind of going back and adding something in Can I pick goblin since I've actually been out?
You can, yeah. So
I'm gonna
you
have goblin.
know, you might not have told the others, but you know that the goblins before were shouting insults at you that you don't want to repeat, or maybe you do.
I mean, I'll probably repeat them at them later now that I know. I've made sure I know goblin, but no. So what is the parchment in goblin by any chance?
It was indeed. Damn,
Okay,
that's a
what's-
gamer.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. No, it's fine. Yeah, Goblin. It was in Goblin, and it basically it just. I'm not going to read like the whole thing, but it basically just says, "This camp is unimportant. It's just a distraction. Make sure, if anyone attacks it, you look like you need to defend it."
Well, they failed.
They failed at that, didn't they?
Yeah.
Can we take this parchment back to the guild as well?
Yep.
Yep.
Of all the times I wish I had trained hawks.
Yeah.
Um,
The scout.
Okay,
Right.
can I go find a cat now?
Mm-hmm.
Stopping you.
Hey, Hammer, welcome to 360p. That's not going to be looking good. This is a HD stream.
So, I think we're done here. Or was there a second task we were doing, or were we heading back to the guild after we were done with the goblins? I can't remember. I thought we had 2 bounties.
You did take 2. One was on the way. The Goblin camp was on the way, but you've got days to do these. It's not like you have to do them straight away, so you can actually go back to the guild with what
Let's
you
go back
found.
and come back later. I need to get my cat.
We should probably definitely go back because this camp was just a distraction, and the guild.
There's something worse.
And
Yeah.
we definitely don't want to sleep here.
Yeah, and
It's
besides, we
grody.
used most of our healing stuff, so might
Yeah,
wanna
'cause I'm
go back and
I'm
reload.
unfortunately the only one with any healing, and I've used up 3 of my 5 points of healing per day.
Yeah,
Can
so
I spread the wealth of the gold from the chest? I probably
Yeah.
wouldn't accept it all.
Yeah, there's like 250 gold in there.
holy
Nice.
hell.
Well, I guess it'd be difficult to split that evenly, but I would do
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, how much is that?
3 divided by 4. Hold on, I'll pull out my calculator and tell you what's the like even amount you. Can
Yeah,
give
you got 272 in total today, but the 22s belongs to was it Haliaga? Was it Haliaga who picked up that? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, never
It's-
mind.
The even amount.
She
is
likes gold.
2.
Yeah.
We'll give the odd amount to Holly since she killed she was so badass.
Nice.
Except for that
Yeah.
last part.
So
Alright.
how much is that?
Yeah, how much do you add each?
Plus, well, hold on. Okay, you're wanting to know the amount that's left over. Let's see here. It's at 250, 60.
Troy, we basically see what he's seeing, but he has like access to a bunch of secret stuff.
62 times.
Um,
4.
the
So
other
that's
players
2
see
additional
slightly
gold
different
pieces.
things.
2 additional gold pieces on top of the 62, so 64 for Holly. Plus bag that we don't know about.
So it's 62 for the rest of us.
Yep, 62 for us, and then 64 for her.
There you go.
Can we investigate the? You said they were trying to build a totem. Would we know anything about that?
Yeah, if you wanna, you can roll whatever kind of check you think you might need to, like a history or a.
Can I make a
Or whatever.
religion check?
Yeah, sure.
Even though I'm not trained in it.
Yeah, no, you're not sure what it is. It's not very well sculpted. It's hardly even finished.
That's terrible.
You'd need a really high check to even determine
Wait,
what
hold
it
on.
could
What
be.
about my history check from earlier?
You can try another one.
Damn. All right, I'll try a history check, man.
I
Um,
wanna try history too.
actually, do you know what, Phil Jackson? Oh, there you go, Tharaga. You look at it and you're like, you know what? Kind of looks like a dragon.
A dragon. Oh shit.
A little bit. A little
I
bit.
don't know
I'm not
about
sure, but it could be. So I mean, Tharaga's like probably pointing out like parts that she thinks she can see. Like, you know, this is like the head. Look, and that could be a wing. Is it?
Oh.
It's the ugliest dragon I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's a piece of shit. Looked like it was carved with a wooden spoon.
Well, I want to take it home.
How big is it?
It's about the size of if you clenched both your hands and put them together, it's about that size.
Yep, I want to take it home.
I wonder if this bodes ill for the future parts of the campaign, if they're worshipping dragons.
Well, I mean, Terraga speaks dragon, so we can at least try to talk to it.
You could probably bring
I'd
that
love to try.
figurine back to the guild and explain it to them too.
Mhm.
Just let them know, hey, just so you know, some random goblins are making totems for dragons, so that's a thing.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, discovery's complete. You
No.
guys head back
Yay.
towards the Golden Rose Guild Hall.
Everything that wasn't named.
And I get the cat.
Oh yeah, if you want to pick up the cat, you can.
Yeah, I want to pick up the cat.
All right. So the cat. When you get to the cat, just roll me one more animal handling check for this cat, because cats can be, fine with you.
Fickle creatures.
Yeah, they can be fickle, but no, this cat's taken a liking to you.
Yay!
It is
Rolls where it
happily carried.
counts.
Holy crap, what's with the 20s? Hacks. I call hacks.
Hacks again, I know. 23, 23, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 23, 23.
I'm just really good at animal handling. I'm
Yeah.
+5.
Yeah, you are. So yeah, this cat's pretty happy to be carried back with you to
Yay,
the
and I'm
Golden
pretty
Rose
happy
Guild
to
Hall.
have the cat.
Yeah.
As you get back to we make the journey this day. So as you get there, it's just becoming nighttime again. Because it's, it was a few miles. I think you had to stop last time.
Yeah.
So it's becoming nighttime again. It's evening, late evening, and you're carrying this cat through into the guild hall. There's a few guards around, as usual, as the usual guards, and a few other people meandering around in the guild hall. No sign of the spy master.
Oh yeah, Mr. Dickhead.
Yeah, Mr. Dickhead.
Actually, that's probably who we need to talk to, too.
Mm.
I asked one of the guards, where is the spy master?
Oh, we are not sure. Who do you speak of?
He has not seen fit to give me his name. However, where is the guild master? He will surely know.
The guildmaster is out on an errand today.
I forgot about that. Well, the bandit camp, the goblin camp we recently raided, we believe may have been a diversion for something larger. Who is the next in command?
The next in command is the captain of the order.
Where is he?
He is in the guard's house, outside to the east.
Thank you very much. I'm going to head to the guardhouse.
You better hope he has eaten his dinner. Or he gets grumpy when he's not eaten.
He's a grumpy guy. To fit in with Taraga.
I have a feeling he's going to be grumpy when he talks to us anyways.
Troy's on his guitar.
Well, we are bringing him bad news.
Then you better hope he is well fed. Good luck.
I have sweet rolls. I can bribe him.
You have sweet roll? Yes, I like sweet roll. And he does too. Maybe you can bribe him.
I used to be an adventurer, but then I took an arrow to the knee. Anyways. Alright, so heading out to the guards area.
The guard's house? Yeah, sure. Alright, so it's basically just like a big barracks where the guards live. the guards they're not actually adventurers like you. They haven't taken arrows to the knee. But they look after the guild hall. But yeah, the guards are specifically like they're not as respected as the adventurers, but they're equal to in the eyes of all the adventurers and the people at the guild hall because they keep the place safe.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, they're not willing to leave the safe haven. They're the kind of people who a generic police force.
Typical town guards. Gotcha.
Yeah. So you get to the barracks. The doors are open, and you can smell food as soon as you get to the barracks. So
Okay.
either food
Yeah, so he's not
is
hungry.
being cooked, or it's being eaten, or it's just been eaten.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna head inside. Is it pretty obvious who the head of the guard is?
Yeah. Basically, everyone wears a specific set of armor. But the guild, sorry, the guard captain has like a sash around his waist, like a golden sash,
Okay.
with the sigil on it, which basically just states his rank. He's
Capital
in
Captain.
the middle of dipping his loaf of bread, this big massive cob of bread. It's probably as big as his head. He's just dipping it straight into this broth and taking big chunks out of it, eating it, and then spooning some more broth into his mouth and then dipping it like savage. He eats like a savage.
Ew.
He's
Alright,
a
well,
he's a burly human with a beard, and he's got bread and soup in his beard.
I think
I'm
That's disgusting.
I think I'm gonna wait outside. You guys go. And I walk out.
I'm going to approach him and bow respectfully. Guard captain, I bring news that I do not believe can wait for the guild master to get back.
He looks up at you with his bread in his hand, and a piece of wet bread falls out his beard into his broth again. What is it?
We took on the mission to go take care of the goblin camp, and at the camp we found this letter, and it said that the goblins were to make a show of attempting to defend the camp as if it was important, but that the camp was merely a distraction for something else.
Sounds like typical goblin trickery to me.
That may be the case, but I was hoping to speak with the spy master in order to hopefully let him know of this and let him at least check it out. Because if it is something more than a trick, then this could be dangerous.
Is the border compromised in any way?
I have no, I do not know, to be honest.
Then it is your job to find out. That's what you're here for. You are one of the new recruits, correct?
Yes, sir.
Then let me give you a bit of advice. And he sits up, dips his bread in the soup, in the broth again, and takes a bite. He goes, I've been here for about 15 years. I've seen a few recruits come and go. The ones that do the best bring the best intel. I'm not really partaking in much of this intel myself. However, he dips his bread in the broth again and takes another bite, spitting as he's talking. Most recruits don't interrupt me when I'm eating. And secondly, it is really down to you to ensure the safety of the border. So, if I were you, I would get back out there and find more information about these damn goblins. If they come into our borders, it is then up to us, and I cannot be asked dealing with bastard little shit goblins today.
What if I give you a sweet roll?
Well, I suppose I could help a little bit for some sweet roll.
Well, here you go.
Oh, well, how many guards do you need?
What do you
Bearing
think,
in
Otto?
mind we can't cross the border.
What do you think, Otto?
Honestly, I like are these guards as like? Cause I don't really know much about these guards. Are they as trained as our characters are?
Potentially some of them are, yeah. They're non magic, but short sword and shield or spear and shield type fighters.
I mean, 'cause I
That
don't
that you
know
know
if
of.
we actually need any reinforcements. I think we need, if anything, we would need information, but that would be something we
Oh.
would need from the spy master.
Well, I suppose information's not really my strong point guarding this city is. I'm not sure how I could be of any help. I would like to help because I would like sweet roll.
I'll give you the sweet roll, just for being
Oh.
a little bit more understanding.
Well, I appreciate the gift, but don't think that it gains you any favors with the gods if you are caught doing anything untoward. You still get the same treatment.
Understood.
Right. Then be safe on your journeys. And he dips his bread into his broth.
So
Starts eating again.
I gather up the group. I see it as we have two options. We can either try to figure out where those goblins went that were actually at the camp. We could try to find the spy master and hopefully find more information about other goblin camps. Or we can continue on to the other tasks that we have taken on.
We haven't discerned whether the spy master's even here, have we? Did he go with Elduin on his mission?
I don't think we were told.
You went. Are you still talking to this guard?
I mean,
No, this is just me talking to Otto.
Okay.
we probably should have asked the guard captain that. Maybe he could have told us after you gave him the sweet roll.
Everyone roll. You headed back to the main guild hall, right?
Yeah, I think we're gonna head back to the main guild hall.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay.
We should probably rest up and recover our strength.
Yeah, there's the guild barracks. It's free resting place.
Sure.
Yeah, let's go then.
There's always food here for guild members as well. So
Can I
if
take
you're
another
here,
sweet roll to replace it?
yeah.
Food. I gotta find food for my cat.
In fact, this time there's no sweet roll. Sweet roll's like it's a rarity, so it's only every now and again that people get it, and the people that do get hold of it are kind of they're often like looked upon with envious eyes.
It's a good
It's
thing I
first
have an
come,
extra
first
one,
served. Yeah.
then.
We just used an speed roll for nothing.
But there's a lot of basically there's two sections for food. There's the fresh kitchen stuff, which is like put out daily for adventurers, and then there's the survival packs. So they got like rations, like dried meats and breads and stuff to take with you. So you can always stock up. You can always stock up on food here.
We can always take some of that survival stuff for whenever we go outside the safe zone.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but the question becomes, what do we wish to, we should rest, and then what do we wish to do? Because what time is it at this point, very in game?
It's late evening, so
Wouldn't make much sense to actually head out now. We should rest here for the night and then head out in the morning. But what tasks do we wish to attempt to accomplish? Should we go check the borders and see if we can find signs of goblins? Or should we finish the other task first and then try to find more goblins?
I think we should do the other task first.
What was the other task anyway?
I don't know.
wasn't it to explore ruins further on past the goblin camp?
Yeah,
I think so.
because the goblin camp was in front of the ruins and we had to clear it out before we could reach it.
Maybe the goblins are in the ruins.
It could be.
Possibly.
Yeah, I mean, we could go to the ruins and then on the way back try to see, or way in, try to see if we find any.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
So, take a long rest and then head out.
Yeah, so everyone gets to sleep in the barracks. There's a few other adventurers here this time. You haven't seen many other guild members. Most people are always out. They're out on adventures themselves or doing various bounties and tasks. These guys look, a few of them scarred and battle worn, tough looking people. They're on the bunks opposite you in the barracks.
Maybe they know where the spy master is.
Do they look like they'd be grumpy if a couple rookies come up and ask questions?
Do you want to roll me an insight check?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They definitely look grumpy.
Yeah, they look pretty much like the ragtag. They almost look like bandits. They're not like pristine like some of the other guild members. Like a lot of the higher up guild members have nice stuff. These are like the scarred. They almost look like veterans. Some of them are graying, and the one's got a goatee with like greys in black, salt and pepper kind of hair, and yeah, these guys look tough as shit, frozen shit.
Okay, so these are the type of guys we should not ask questions.
You could, but you're probably gonna get. You feel like you're probably gonna get bad answers. They look, the way they talking to each other as well. Before you notice that they sort of even treat each other like shit a little bit. You think
they're
they're
not nice people. Gotcha.
Yeah, you get the
No,
feeling
they're
that they're
like
not nice.
me.
No, they're worse than you.
Yeah, Holly doesn't wanna really talk to them any.
She just likes to steal stuff. She's a nice person.
Yeah,
Are
I'm
there
just
any
a thief.
other members who are obvious, like we've been here a while, but look more friendly?
What did you say? Sorry. Is
Are
it-
there any of the any members who look like much like these guys have
Oh
are
right,
veterans?
but friendly. No, it's just those guys there.
Damn, I'm not asking them anything.
Yeah, how about we just sleep?
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
I don't know if they look like bandits. Should we really sleep? Is it really safe?
They are members of the
They're
guild.
they're guild members though. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
if
rule
they
they can't
do
harm other guild members or do
If they
anything
do
untoward.
anything, they
Rules
can
are meant
say
to be
kill the
broken.
guards.
Mm-hmm.
No, how dare you say rules are meant to be broken? They are meant to be followed.
The paladin.
I can stay up for a while with my cat.
Yeah.
Well, we could theoretically have, since Holly only needs 4 hours of rest, being an elf and stuff, we could have her sit guard for us if needed.
Yeah.
We are still technically in day 1, correct?
Day 3. When you wake
I
up.
think it's 3.
Okay.
So it took us a day to get to the guild hall, and then it was a day to do the trial, right?
Yeah, and then a
something
day
like
to
that.
get there and back.
Okay.
Oh, it'll be day 4 in the morning then. But yeah, like since you started adventuring, it'd be day 3. But
'Cause
since
I'm
the
trying
start
to
of the
update my notebook.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So yeah, day 1 was getting to the guild hall. Day 2 was the trial. Day 3 was the goblin camp, and day 4 is about to begin. So
Sorry.
you guys get surprisingly good rest, although you get woken up a couple of times by some of the snoring from one of the guys opposite.
Know that feeling.
But aside from that, it's not a bad sleep, considering it's the adventurers barracks. They're okay. They're not like particularly comfortable. They're just all right.
They're not a 5-star inn.
Yeah, it's like a not even a star, but it's a bed
It's more than we had
It's
yesterday.
free.
and it's free. They're built for practicality rather than comfort.
Well, Holly's all about the money anyway, so
Yeah,
it's
space saving
free,
and
it's cool.
practicality.
gonna build my own guild hall with my own beds.
That's the goal. All
Anyway,
right. So morning comes. The other adventurers opposite you, the rough looking guys, they're all getting out of bed, stretching, yawning. There's a few of them spitting into buckets,
Ew.
chewing tobacco
Gross.
and stuff. Breakfast tobacco, snoring. Ah, yeah, Troy.
I don't like those people.
Yeah, they're pretty typical ruffians.
pains in the asses.
So what are you guys gonna do today, this morning?
Go down and check what's for breakfast.
Sure.
Yep.
Yep.
Similar food every day here, but there's again no sweet roll. But yeah, lots of dried meats and fresh breads, and there's a big pot of stew. It's weird for breakfast, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel like stew.
I feel like bread.
I think I'm just going to go with meat.
The dried meat.
Yeah,
Sure.
just
It's actually really tasty. It's got like some spices on it and stuff that make it really tasty.
oh nice.
Yeah, the food here is not bad. It's all right. They've got a good chef or
Yeah.
team of cooks. You see the spy master as well. He's helping himself to the soup.
Oh, there's that little fucker.
I'm
the
actually
man
gonna
with the
approach
dick in
him.
his face.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna approach him.
Okay. He turns around and notices you. Yeah, the new recruits. And how is it going today?
I could not find you yesterday. When we were raiding the Goblin Camp, I found a letter that suggested it was a diversion.
The C-class mission we put on the board.
Yes.
And it was a diversion. How?
I pull out the letter and like, was there anything specific in the letter to describe like what they were diverting from, or?
No, it was really vague. You think probably because if anyone did find it, they didn't want it to give anything away.
All it said was that they were should fight like the camp was important,
Mhm.
but that it was just a diversion. But it's a vague on what it is a
Yeah,
diversion.
and at the very bottom of the parchment, it says, "Burn this parchment, so nobody finds it."
And
Right.
I explain all that to him
They were carving a totem of a dragon.
because I don't know if he
Um.
can speak. Yeah, and of course mention the carving, although I don't know if that's relevant or not. I do mention I don't know if it's relevant or not, but
Now, one thing I have found over the years is that everything is relevant. If they are carving dragons out of stone, it is not just for fun, I imagine. This could become a serious issue. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. My advice is to not pursue this quest any longer. This could be above your rank, and perhaps even an A-class mission.
Shit.
It's a good thing we didn't go to those ruins then.
well, hold on. Is he telling us not to go to the ruins as well, or?
No, the ruins are fine. They are rather close, though, so I would be very careful in your steps. Just
Fair
think, which direction is the ruins from the camp? And did any goblins survive?
Yes, some goblins survived and retreated. I believe you said 8, correct, Grave?
I said 8, yeah.
8 of them survived and ran off.
And the 5 on the cliff as well, they ran.
13 total survived.
Yeah, we killed 5.
They couldn't handle our awesomeness.
Wow, we killed less than half. That's
Camel
terrible.
jerky? Oh, it's definitely not camel jerky that these guys have got. So the spy master sort of grimaces at that, and the goblins ran. Wait, north. It'd be east. Wait, yeah, they
Which
would have
way?
ran east, which is towards the ruins.
Oh
They were
god.
in fact running towards ruins, so perhaps our best bet is to check it out, but not necessarily go in until we're sure of whether or not there is a large concentration of goblins.
Yeah,
I
and
see.
maybe there's a dragon in there.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
Then
No, that would not be nice.
I guess a C-class mission will be to recon the ruins, and only enter if you know it is safe, not if you think. We cannot protect you from here.
Very well.
Then, I guess it's be on your way and be safe. Enjoy your breakfast.
Thank you. He respectfully bows and goes to eat breakfast.
I give him a quick nod before we head off of respect. I'm not into bowing very much.
When you nod and bow or any kind of respectful stuff, he kind of you can almost get the sense that he's possibly ignoring it. Like he doesn't respond to it at all.
Eh?
There comes the dickhead again.
He probably used to
Love
be
you.
the bean toadies.
What was that? Sorry, I missed that.
I said he's probably used to people being toadies, so
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you guys are done with breakfast. You're probably done with the dickhead. I mean, the spy master, and
Yeah.
same
You-
difference.
yeah, and you guys are ready to head out.
Well, at least he's helpful, unlike the captain of the guard.
Yeah, the captain of the guard, he doesn't know much.
He doesn't.
Much. I don't think he knows anything. But anyways,
Mm.
I will be right back. I need to get a soda and my I got some food ready.
Sure. All right. So these guys are all heading out towards past the goblin camp this time and further on towards the ruins. It's going to take most of the day to get there. But the journey is unhindered. Since they've been this way before, they know which path to take. We do not require any rolls to find the goblin camp. So you have you taking the cat with you, or are you leaving it behind at the guild hall? Oh, is everyone has everyone gone for a break?
Are you enslaved? No, I'm still here.
I'm here.
Is she enslaving the cat as a familiar?
Yeah,
What cat?
yeah. Are you leaving the cat at the guild hall? Or are you taking it with you?
Oh no, what do I do with the cat?
It'd be much safer at the guild hall, but you can take it with you.
I don't want it to die.
There's a big ginger cat that also lives in the guild hall. So
Okay, they can be friends.
let's
Well,
just hope the
hopefully,
ginger cat
anyway.
isn't territorial too much about the guild hall. But yeah.
Yeah, but
And if
I'm
your cat is
afraid I have a
female, let's
cat,
hope
my
it's
cat
not an
is
unneutered
fast.
male.
Brown powder? Ugh.
A cat's
What kind of
gonna
cat
be-
is it though? The cat that it's just I don't know the names of cats, but like the makes and models of cats I don't know.
My cat is
Yeah,
Bob.
I don't know the breeds. It's a
No,
black cat.
I'm
So
sure
what?
Tharaga could tell you.
Lawrence. My cat is Lawrence.
Lauren.
Lawrence,
Yeah,
the black
Lawrence.
the black cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what the yeah? There's the ginger cat is a similar breed. So
And I'm back.
welcome back.
Thank you.
So yeah, you guys, are you going to leave the cat there?
Yeah, for now.
Okay.
But I tell it I'm coming back.
You guys make it to the goblin camp.
Hmm.
And I want you to just roll. You creep. You don't want to obviously approach it. Just walk through it, right? You want to approach it with some caution.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In case
So
they come
roll,
Now let's charge in there. No, I'm kidding.
roll me a perception check as you approach the camp from the cliff like that you did last time. Let's
This is
see what we do.
23.
There's 2 rolls.
I think we're good.
Ardo sees everything with eyes of the hawk. Yeah, he looks over at the camp, scans it over, everyone's checking it, and they see that, or Ardo notices that all of the stuff that was there has been packed up.
Just your eyes
He
to the
notices that
hawk
first.
in chat.
Yeah. There's still like the tents are still pitched, but all of the stuff's gone.
Hmm.
Like, the forge has like been broken down and all kinds.
They must have came back after we left yesterday.
You think?
It's a 2016 big black big cat 4x4. Yeah. So
All terrain.
yeah, all-terrain vehicle. So yeah, you guys have this camp's been cleared out. The goblins have obviously been back here, or someone has.
Does it look destroyed or just like dismantled?
Dismantled. Nothing's
Okay.
broken.
So no dragon came by and
No,
beat the shit out of it.
no, nothing beastly.
I guess on to the ruins then.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything interesting.
All right, to find the ruins, I'm gonna have everyone roll me a nature check. Sorry, a survival check, and then from there, we'll just see if you guys make it. Yeah, easy. You find this ruin with ease. It takes another hour from the camp. Oh, sorry. But you make it easily. You can see the
Better be
ruins.
glad you have a druid.
Yeah, you can see the ruins from quite far away. There's like a huge broken tower, so it's fairly obvious where these ruins are.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably just after kind of lunchtime now. So closing in on the afternoon.
Okay. Well, take a second, eat some trail rations, and then
But
Try
what
and
about
scout out
second
the
breakfast?
Second breakfast.
Sounds
What about second breakfast?
no second breakfast for you.
Garfield, give him some
It's
lasagna.
okay, I'll just eat some jerky, I guess.
I ate some bread.
meat.
Yeah, this tower's like the stones is built out of a really like dark grey. It looks almost like the stone has been like melted, if that's a thing.
There's a
jeez.
dragon!
But it looks very, very old.
There was a dragon!
Right.
Like even
around the
even over the melted rock, there's like moss and things like that. So you know that it's not been recently melted. There's moss growing on it. There's vines growing up the tower. There's bushes and trees all around it, and brambles and things like that to get caught on, snagged on.
Okay. So scout around the tower, I guess.
So you're saying that Holly could just jump up it, basically?
Yeah, pretty much. Sully could just like casually do a
Backflip
backflip
up
and land on the top, 40 feet up. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, no
Wouldn't be the
problem.
first
Just
time.
roll a crit again. Boom.
It's
So as you're searching around the tower, there doesn't seem to be any activity around it. There's no goblins, no sign of any goblins.
Okay.
So roll me a perception check. Anyone who's searching. Perception to see if you can find anything. With a 19, a 22.
Tell me if you find any loot. I can't seem to find any.
Wait, was that everyone's there? 20, a 9, 19, and a 22.
Yep.
Wow. All right. So you guys come across like a hatch on the outside of the tower. It's not like it's not under anything. It's clear. So you think this might have or may have been used because there's no like brambles over it. It's clean. This may have been used more recently than everything else,
Oh no,
which is why it stands out to you more than the other things.
we're gonna die.
Okay. So how big is this hatch?
It's big enough for two people to stand side by side in.
Okay.
It's like a double door hatch, and like like those sort of
Now, is this in the ground
storm
or is it
shelters.
actually on
It's
the
in the
tower?
ground, like you have we don't have them over here, but I know in America they have like a basement type thing with the double doors that sort of open outwards from underneath
Oh yeah,
underneath
no,
the
I know what
house,
you're talking
like a
about,
storm shelter
a
type
storm
thing.
cellar. Yeah.
Yeah, storm cellar. Yeah, like a bit like that.
Okay.
Minä lyön aina sen kepiättänyt.
All right. Well,
There's no lock on it or anything.
Addo's gonna
It's got
reach
aliens in
out
it.
and like slowly open it and see if he can see inside.
So these doors creak.
Stealthy as ever.
Yeah, Ado.
And it's fairly dark inside this hatch. You can see a stairwell
Dark vision.
going down into. If you've got who's got dark vision?
I do.
Everybody except Otto.
Everybody except Ardo. Yeah.
I can give you some flames if you want.
So yeah, there's no light, so you wouldn't expect much to be down there. Only creatures of the dark.
Yeah, I have a lantern, if that's any
Huh.
help.
It probably is.
Press it.
Yeah.
But anyone with dark vision will see this stairwell goes down into a room. An open room of sorts. Which seems to be empty from up here.
Great.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Is
so
anyone describing that to Addo, who cannot see in the dark?
Sure.
Do you ask them to?
Yeah, I know they all have dark vision, so I
Yeah.
asked them to tell me what's down there.
There's a room. And stairs.
seems pretty ominous. Ominous.
Someone has torches, correct?
Yeah, wait,
Yeah.
I have candles and a hooded lantern.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got torches too.
Who's
Yeah, I
lighting
can
up?
give you a lantern, I guess. I think that would be best.
A lantern would probably be best.
Yeah,
Who's
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, allow me to use your lantern, and I will go in first.
yeah, here
Ooh.
you go.
Can we
Try not to
Great.
die.
roll investigation before we run in there, or do we have to? be
Sure,
in the
you
room?
can. You can do that.
Yes,
Like
please.
you can investigate this. You can investigate the hatch
Okay.
area for traps and stuff. I get.
Investigation.
You didn't find anything. You didn't find anything. No,
I guess
Thraga
I-
doesn't really find anything.
Otto definitely doesn't find anything.
Oh, it's a hatch.
Wow. It goes down.
Wow.
Alright, well, Addo is gonna get the lantern lit. He's gonna pull out his mace, and he's gonna start heading down the stairs.
All right, so the paladin, armored up with a lantern in front of him and a mace in one hand, and a lantern in the other,
It
starts
starts
heading
to
down
sound
these
like a
stairs.
horror movie.
Yeah, he's slowly clanking down these stairs in his armor,
Clank.
Clank, clank, clank.
ready for what might be. He makes it to the bottom of the stairs, and you can see the lantern lights up this huge room, which has a few broken crates and a couple of broken barrels in the room, and that is it. There is no windows, no doors. This is the only room. It is literally like a cellar, and it's completely empty apart from the odd cobweb and broken box and broken barrel.
And this is the only thing we've found in the ruin. Is this
Yeah.
one door?
So far.
Should we just go back up and try to look for something else?
But is there loot?
I'm gonna like try it. I'm gonna sheath my mace. I'm like gonna investigate the wall, see if there's like any like hidden wall passages or anything.
Yeah. Do you want to, anyone who wants to search this place further before we do the investigation roll? Just do me some perception rolls. See what you can see or find. All right. So Ardo, you notice some scrape marks along the floor that go towards the exit of where you just came in.
Mm-hmm.
And they are all over the room, heading towards the door.
God,
And
I hope there's not
they seem fairly
vampires.
recent. If you,
So it's like something heavy was drugged towards the entrance.
yeah,
Hmm.
like almost like roll me an investigation check. Yeah, so Feldraxian says, "Oh yeah, this is he notices this is probably going to be like the boxes and the things that were stored here, and it looks like they've been moved recently because of the way the dust has fallen, and these drag marks seem pretty fresh."
Great.
So I
So-
guess whatever was here is no longer here.
Yeah, so there was something here, and someone took it.
I guess we go and see if there's anything else in the ruins because it doesn't seem
I
like.
knew it was taken before I came here.
I believe if I have had to theorize, I believe that the goblins may have been here, but no longer are.
Sure.
Mm.
So we're gonna leave the cellar. Because so there's no like secret pass. It doesn't look like there's any secret passage down here, correct?
No, it was.
Can I investigate for loot?
Yeah, you can. But there seems to be no loot, nothing left in here at all. Every little scrap of everything's been taken. You've searched the walls for like hidden levers or levers, however you pronounce it there. And
Vipu.
Vipu?
Vipo!
And then there's nothing, no like the walls won't push, there's none of the wall will move, nothing. You couldn't find anything.
Okay.
Well, shit, no more money for you.
Vampires.
No,
I think Graves trolling us, guys.
I think so too.
No, I think the goblins were here, and now there's not. But we're gonna get leave the cellar and go investigate the rest of the ruins.
Sure.
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 So is there anything
So
else?
now anything else now? If you leave this cellar, you can roll me more perception checks and investigate outside the ruins. That's
Sure.
no problem.
Hey.
All right, these are quite high rolls today. An 18, Holly. So you notice these drag marks become tracks in the ground.
21.
Yeah, Tharaga, you notice these tracks going further out to the east again.
Do they go past the ruins?
Whatever's been taken out of this cellar has been taken further east.
Oh, shit.
To the actual.
To the ruins or the goblin camp? I'm a bit confused where we are.
I
So
think it's farther than the ruins.
yeah, so you've gone past the goblin camp, then the ruins, and then the tracks go away from the ruins even further out.
Oh.
Alright. We can assume ruins are
So yeah,
goblin
these
free.
these tracks have you can see them going heading up towards. There's like a huge forest in the distance. They're heading towards that forest.
Yeah, so
And
that
some-
must
and some
be
mountains
the
behind that again.
actual goblin.
Where's my druid at?
What?
I need your safety in the forest.
Yeah, sure. What do you need? You
Oh,
win.
nothing.
Adam's
Just nice to have a druid.
Adam's gonna turn off the lantern, of course, because we're now back out in the daylight. Do we really want to follow the tracks into the forest? Because I believe the spy master had said that might be that actually dealing with the goblins is an A rank. But I suppose it wouldn't hurt if we actually try to figure out where they are, so he can send someone who's more skilled than us.
I think we should first check out the ruins and make sure there's nothing, and then go.
Just as you say, make sure there's nothing. Tharaga hears like a pebble drop from behind the ruins, like something's moved.
Oh
Oh
shit.
crap!
There's something there.
You say that?
Yeah.
All right. So
Silently.
you see a goblin come out from behind the ruin and try and drop down off the ruin, trying to get out of range of you guys, so that it's trying to get away from you. But it stumbles.
In
And
Goblin, I'm going to say, if you do not cease movement now, I will destroy you and all of your descendants.
roll me an intimidation check. Yeah, 19. The goblin freezes. It's like it fell over anyway. It fell over anyway onto the ground, and it just doesn't get up. It just stays there. It rolls over. It sort of rolls over onto its back, and holds its hands up, and it speaks in common. It says, "Yes."
Should I take weapons out just in case there's more?
Oh,
Hey.
Addo's getting his greatsword out, and he's approaching slowly.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my short bow out. Just gonna stay back.
So the goblin says, "Please, no hurt."
Answer my questions, and I won't harm you at all.
Yes.
What were you doing here?
Watching for people.
Why were you watching for people?
Because people break camp.
Yeah, that's us.
Don't tell that.
What was your camp a distraction for?
You saw, cellar with things, gold.
See, there goes your money.
My lord!
Lots of gold, yes. Keep me alive, gold yours.
What were you going to do with all that gold?
For nothing, for us, for gold, for weapons, for food.
Grave, are goblins known? Since I did roll the 20 on the history check, are
Mhm.
they known for being willing to trade, or are they strictly like we attack to get what we need?
Yeah, goblins are looking out for themselves, right? So they'll do anything to survive because they're cowards. So if you've got something, they'll give you gold to survive, basically. That, and if you call that as a trade. But you
Are
obviously
they-
most goblins are known to be tricky as well. So if they think they can, they'll try and lie or cheat or any way they possibly can to not go ahead with a deal. But if it comes to
Well,
it,
I get
they will.
Feeling that he is lying about what the gold is for.
Roll me an insight. You're not sure. You feel like
Can I do that too?
yeah, sure. Theraga actually believes that this goblin's baiting you. He doesn't seem to be quite telling the full story here. Yes, there is gold. He's telling the truth about that. There was a lot of gold here.
That's a lie.
But what the gold was for, you feel like this goblin's telling porcupines.
Let me.
Well,
I'm
considering
gonna point my greatsword at its throat.
Roll
Lie to me again, I will remove your head. Am I clear?
me an intimidation check.
Damn thing's already. Do I get? I don't suppose I get advantage on this because he's already pretty damn intimidated.
Yep.
Sweet.
13. Yeah, he's still fairly intimidated. He says, "Okay, sorry, no kill."
What is the gold for?
The gold is for Master. Master wants gold. All gold. Your gold, my gold. All
send it to
his.
destroy.
Not my gold, you fuck.
Who is your master?
His name is Kalos. Kalos the Red.
Hmm.
History check to see if I know that name.
Yeah, sure.
Should we do?
Damn. I don't know it.
None,
you
none
don't
of
know
you
it.
have heard of it. I'm gonna just make
Whoa.
a handout. Oh, history. Yeah. All right, I'll give you that. Kalos the Red.
I get the feeling this is a dragon.
This story was told once. You heard this maybe from someone that had known someone in the Golden Rose Guildhall just by chance, because this is almost a secret. It's not well known at all. I'm just gonna make that all players Kalos the Red so you can see it in your handouts. You've got the name there. Yeah, it's a red dragon. And known to have been here before, but had been forced away from the safe haven by the Golden Rose. So if this really is the dragon that was once here, then he's come back, and that doesn't bode well for the safe haven at all.
Cool. Dragons.
I asked the goblin, have you heard of the Guild of the Golden Rose?
Yes, pesky, but yes.
I'm assuming you've gathered that we are members of the guild.
He goes quiet. He doesn't respond. He just gives you a look like, oh.
Oh.
I'm assuming you know that I'm not going to let you go back to your master.
But
So your
but you
options are this. Your options are come with us back to the guild hall, or die here.
come back, I will.
Sure. Should we
I think Thraga had some rope we could tie him up.
Yeah, I have some rope.
No, we all have rope, I'm pretty sure.
You want
removed the
gold.
blade from his throat, but keep it to where I could easily strike him if he moves.
Yeah.
Bam.
Okay, I get my rope.
You could just have Holly with a dagger at his back as we walk.
Oh no, I want
Do
him
you think a
tied.
rapier would be better? More reach and
Yeah.
stuff.
You all know as well now that goblins are slippy creatures. Unless they're tied up, they're probably going to try and escape at some point.
Yeah, so
Yeah, so
rope it is.
they may even try and
No,
escape while they're
sorry,
tied up.
neck.
No,
I could
let's
even
tie
try
his
to hex
hands
him
to
so
his
he-
back and then
so he can
drag
get
it,
away.
like,
Yeah.
a leash.
Don't talk about that spell.
Okay, so we are going to tie him up, and then even then, Ada's going to suggest that someone basically keeps a weapon trained on him at all times.
Yeah. He ain't gonna be moving if that's the case. So,
I ain't
Alright.
stupid.
but yeah, that's good. All right, yeah, you guys managed to get this guy all the way back, to the border.
Mhm.
As you get to the border, you can see a patrol in the distance. So it's up to you whether you want to go to the patrol or carry on through the safe zone with a goblin.
I'm going to approach the patrol, and I'm going to inform them of the fact that we are taking this goblin back to the guild hall because we
Be
have
interrogated.
we have gathered intel from him, and we cannot let him go. Could not let him go. And I did not feel it was necessary to kill him because it was an unnecessary death.
Yeah, the guards that were patrolling, they said, very good. You should take him to the Golden Rose Guild Hall. We have a patrol to manage. You are very well to pass through without question.
Good.
Yeah.
So on to the guild hall. I just wanted to stop and make sure the patrol was aware, so they didn't think, "Hey, what's these people doing with this
Yeah.
goblin?"
Yeah, they're aware. They're fine with it. You don't actually come across anyone. If you take the right path, you won't come across people. You wouldn't want to take the goblin
Alarm the
through any of
citizens.
the citizens' areas, unless you want to. You can. You can parade him through.
Nah, I don't want to parade.
I don't
Nah,
think
let's
so.
just go.
Might get
Maybe
some
if it was the
tomatoes thrown at him.
dragon.
Yeah,
Maybe if it
I
was the
mean,
dragon, I would
A
drag
dragon
that
corpse.
down.
Yeah.
Go into the city.
Be like,
Oh,
hey, look what I
that'd be
did.
fun. All right,
That's
so you
not
guys,
cool, man. You,
you
can't
guys,
kill him. I was gonna seduce him.
seduce. You guys get to
When did you
the
become a bard?
yeah,
Thank you. Me.
the guild halls, as it always is, and you guys arrive at the guild hall with the goblin in tow, and it is now again because of the travel in time. This time it's nighttime. You make it to the borders by dusk, so you've traveled through the safe haven at night. It's now the middle of the night, and you arrive at the Golden Rose Guild Hall.
Is the spy master anywhere to be seen?
The spy master is, yeah. He's actually just sitting around in the guild hall. He's reading a book.
I march the goblin up to him.
He closes the book and puts the book on his lap. Looks at the goblin and looks at you, and he puts the book back in the bookshelf behind him.
And what is this? You are
I look
filthing out our guild hall with the stench of goblin.
I look at the goblin, tell him everything you told me.
Yeah, the goblin goes ahead and tells the story that I've already told. Basically tells all that there's a red dragon in the east, somewhere in the mountains, and this dragon is known to the guild, and the reaction on the facial expression, you haven't really seen much change in the facial expression of the spy master before, but this time the name Kalos the Red brings a grimace across his face that you hadn't seen before. It's like this is really important to the spy master.
you killed my father.
You have done well to uncover such evil so close to our borders. Now, take the goblin and behead him outside. Get rid of that stench. Make sure you clean it up.
Sure,
Yeah.
I can do that.
I don't think Otto can do that, but one of us can.
I asked the spy master, is it necessary to kill him?
No. But
I know
isn't
he
it
cannot be
better
trusted.
for all of us?
I know he cannot be trusted, but shouldn't we jail him? Or something? We do not want to reduce ourselves to their level.
Yeah. Eventually, perhaps time will change your mind, but if you wish to use the prison cells, they are below the guild hall. Take him there if you wish.
Aww.
No execution for you.
I'm gonna take him down to the prison cells.
Yeah, fine.
Just
And the
so
goblin
everybody
says-
knows, Dustin Sellers a little late to invite everybody to the stream.
Oh, it's it's fine. I was a bit disorganized this one, but it's good. I haven't seen anyone chat in the Sang Twitch yet, but anyway. So the prison. As you get to the prison, the goblin says,
Thank you for not killing.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I look at him and I'm speaking quite plainly now at this point. At this point, you know you can never go back to the goblins you were with. If you go back, I'm fairly certain you will be killed as a traitor. I encourage
Yes,
you to think of this while you sit in this jail cell.
yes, I understand. You master now.
Looks like you have a fan.
Yay.
All right, so we're gonna leave him in the jail cell, and then I assume we're going to head to bed for the evening because it is late, like you said.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found Lawrence.
Lawrence.
I want more gold to buy magic items. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do. All right, so this this goblin is lock him up, lock and key. This goblin's not going anywhere. There's guards here. It's well protected. It's right in the center of the safe haven, the Golden Rose
Plus,
Guild
if
Hall.
he did escape, it'd be pretty odd to see a goblin in the middle of the safe zone.
Exactly. That's he's not going anywhere without being seen. You'd have to be very lucky.
I'm pretty sure he knows that he's pretty screwed. He has to pretty much sit in that
He-
jail cell.
He does.
They're dumb, but they ain't that dumb.
Yeah, guaranteed he'll try and
when
talk
they're
his way
about
out
to
every
die.
time someone comes around. But yeah,
You don't go.
You done goofed?
you done goofed. The goblin did done goofed. Is that what you say to the goblin?
Sure.
Yeah. You look through the cage. And, you done goofed. With a big smile on your face.
You
Is he
made
gonna have
yourself
access to
that-
food and everything? Do they treat the prisoners well at the guild hall?
Well enough. Like,
as well as a prisoner can expect.
yeah,
Bro.
yeah. In this day and age,
Just wasn't sure that if he was a goblin, they would just starve him to death. That
no,
would
they're
kind of
not.
defeat
They're
the
not.
purpose of Otto's mercy.
No, if someone's in the jail cells, they'll be kept alive in there. They won't suffer, but it won't be comfortable.
Yeah, man. I mean, at least he's not dead.
Yeah.
Don't we
Same.
all want more gold to buy more alcohol?
Yeah. Need to drink to forget.
Yeah.
Forget what? We've been having great success.
So the spy master actually followed you down,
Mhm.
and he says, so what is the next plan for you, since you've already successfully completed 2 missions from this board?
I mean, I guess more missions.
Well, we could ask him if there's anything he needs help with, especially for us.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
you, I'm not sure whether this can progress any further right now. And I'm not sure I have the manpower to deal with a red dragon either. However, you could check the board for more missions. And just suppose you would like your payment.
Yes.
Yes. Since this mission was particularly important to me, I can give you some gold from my reserves.
Holly's eyes start glittering.
Yeah.
But you have to promise me. You need to keep this to yourselves, and only me and yourselves should know about the dragon. We do not want to cause panic amongst the ranks of the guild hall.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just give me the gold.
What about the guild master?
Oh, the guildmaster will be informed, of course. But you should not speak of this to the guildmaster in case prying eyes and ears. Leave this to the spy master.
Very well.
I guess he knows what he's doing.
Unless he has ulterior motives.
Tell me something, Spy Master. You said that the dragon has personal meaning to you. Why?
Yes. It's a long story, and I'm not sure that it's worth your time hearing it, but I will explain. When I first started here, at the Golden Rose Guild Hall, my first mission was to explore the mountain range to the east. There I found a lair of the dragon. Empty at first, I thought. However, a small baby dragon, a hatchling in fact, was lurking. Almost killed me too. It escaped, and thus now, this dragon means a lot to me, should I say.
And that hatchling was Kalos?
Yes.
How long ago was this?
A long time ago. That is not important. The dragon is a lot older now and wiser, I imagine.
So it didn't kill your father.
My father? No. My father was not alive to see this.
Ah, mm.
What race does the spy master appear to be? I forget.
He was elven. Of
Okay.
some sort.
Okay, explains.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's what I was wondering. I'm
Oh,
like,
it
wait,
could be a very long time ago.
It could be,
yeah,
yeah.
that's
It
what
could
I
be
was
hundreds
thinking.
of
I'm
years.
like, wait, exactly. Because I was thinking human lifespan. This guy can't be that old. This
Nope.
dragon can't be that old. But now he's an elf. Yeah, makes sense.
Well, you can't tell. He wears this hood all the time. You're gonna assume that he's elven because of his facial features. You haven't seen his ears.
Racist.
I mean, if you want to roll me a perception check or ask him, you can find out.
Let's roll the perception check first because I don't want to be rude.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm an elf. I don't know what an elf looks like.
It's hard to tell. It's the way he's dressed and there's the gear that he has on. It's very difficult to tell. He looks elven, but that's all you're getting from it. He just looks elven.
Could be half elven.
Could be.
Yeah, anyway, I don't think I care enough.
No.
Nope.
Anyone gonna ask him?
Nah.
Can I persuade him to reveal it?
Yeah, you'd have to persuade him with speech. If you can think of
As in
something
a
clever, I'll give you.
persuasion roll?
Yeah, if you think of something clever to say, I'll give you advantage on the roll.
Could we ask him where he's from?
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
20? Yeah. What do you actually say?
I noticed you have some distinctive features despite you trying to hide them.
Yes. And what are you getting at? You would like to know something?
Might I inquire as to where you came from?
I was born in Salis with my elven parent.
Just the one elven parent?
You wish to know my full backstory?
No, that's okay. I don't want to pry too much. It was just a matter of curiosity for me.
He pulls down his hood and he shows you that he is in fact elven.
Huh.
Probably a high elf.
So that's an elf.
No matter, he's a dick.
Well, I guess that answered that question about his age.
As he pulls his hood back, the light in the room glints off his eyes, and you can see that his eyes actually almost have a green hue, like a almost like a glow to them. In fact,
Shoot.
Some magic shit here.
He's a blood elf.
Does this answer your
I mean,
questions? I imagine
is it
this is
very
what you were
unusual?
concerned about. Is it what?
Is the glow in his eyes unusual, or any other than because you mentioned it? That's why.
Yeah, it's not off. You wouldn't have seen it before in anyone.
Forgive me for being rude, Spy Master. Your eyes, why do they glow as such?
A question I've been asking myself for a long time. I didn't really know my parents, so my history is lost with that, unfortunately. I have read books of a people that I've been searching for since a young age, but nothing revealing.
if we come across anything in our travels that might relate to your back history, we'll be sure to bring it up to you.
It's very kind of you.
In any event, I suppose we should all retire for the night and possibly take some more missions off the board tomorrow.
Yes, it is late. Although it is the hour of the Spymaster and I have things to do.
Does this dick even sleep?
I
Very
mean,
well.
he doesn't.
True.
Very well, Spymaster. We shall speak with you later.
He
I guess
doesn't.
as an elf, he doesn't really have to sleep much, huh?
No, he walks away, without any gestures as usual, in his usual dickish manner.
Yeah. Okay.
What a dick.
Uh-huh.
I think the fact that he's talking to us shows he's, taking at least somewhat of a liking to us.
Well,
Yeah,
he
you guys probably
prefers
think-
us more than the ruffians.
Yeah, unless he's messing with us.
I still don't trust that guy.
Eh,
Okay, I gotta find Lawrence. Bye.
But that's the first time. I mean, you've seen his long hair, protruding from his like the gaps in his hood and stuff like that. But and some of his facial features. So you couldn't. It's the first time you've actually ever been able to tell that he is an elf. At first, you probably thought he might have been human. Closer inspection, possibly elf, maybe half elf, and now, yeah, guaranteed, 100%, probably a high elf.
I love how he throws in probably there.
Yeah, it's uncertain because of
He could be a special race with the glowing eyes and everything.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
He's a dragon.
He's a dragon. He could be.
Maybe. In World of Warcraft, they can assume human forms. Or human-ish forms.
They can in this. Dragons can assume human
Yeah.
forms in this.
Dragons
Yeah.
can polymorph almost anytime.
Yeah, the red dragon is his father.
So,
The red dragon
I'll
is
stow that
his
away for
father.
later.
The red dragon's
You
his
killed
father.
my father. No, dickhead.
Maybe it's
I
his
am
child.
your
Because he
father.
said it was a hatchling.
Yeah.
anyways,
When he met it was a hatchling, yeah.
No matter.
So, I guess rest up and then tomorrow pick a new thing off the bounty board.
Sure.
I'm gonna go back to the barracks, pet on Lawrence for a little bit, go to bed.
Yeah.
Bloody
Bloody
Thalmor.
Thalmor.
Exactly. I hate the Thalmor so much. Alright.
Yeah, I'm on a mission to murder them on my current game.
Alright, so you rest up. Same deal as always. The next day, you make it to the board after breakfast. Nothing particular happens overnight. There's nobody else in the barracks this time. That other group have left. They've gone out to do whatever they were doing. And now that
I will be
There
right
are-
back.
sure, there are more
Probably for the
missions
best.
on the board. But this time there aren't any C rank missions. There's just B's, A's, and an one S rank mission. So it's up to you guys if you want to take a B rank.
What is the B rank?
The B rank mission is to head out to the south, and there's been rumors of some large beasts tearing up things in the hunting plains. So the hunting plains are really a place for the hunters to gather meat and food. But beasts have been coming in from the south and taken
Into
from
the
that.
safe zone?
Yeah, into the safe zone.
Oh shit. Okay. That's probably something we should take care of.
But apparently a few guards were injured by said beasts. And they haven't been able to answer, what it was that attacked them. They've been unconscious or in a coma since they were recovered.
Hmm.
And this is the B rank mission is to investigate these beast attacks.
Yeah, it's a B rank mission because of the guards that were knocked down and put in a coma. They think the
Let's
beasts
go.
are pretty tough.
So this is the
Probably
only B rank
not
mission,
normal
or is there
beasts.
multiple?
They don't know. They say on the mission slip it says the tracks are, with the tracks they would assume there is more than one.
but it's difficult to tell.
Is this
and-
the
and
only
size.
B rank mission on the board, or what all? Because like I said, I had to walk away when explaining. all
Yeah,
that.
yes. There are more. There's also another mission back to Razokth Mountains to clear out the goblins that were lingering.
Ooh, that sounds like a personal thing.
Because there were quite a lot of goblins there that were lingering around that area, and they're quite close to the border. And if they can take a hold in the mountains, it's not going to be good for the border. So they want them clear as well.
I think we should go take care of the goblins.
Mhm.
It's our mess. We should clean it up.
Yep. We attracted
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, it can't be that bad.
And then we'll
Famous
go after the
bastards.
beast afterwards. If it's still here.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it hasn't eaten the spy master yet, hopefully.
I hope it does.
I don't think that the beast will successfully eat the spy master. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just fast.
Just as a pointer.
I think it's more likely we will come back and the spy master is eating the beast.
That's probably yeah, maybe it possibly in a different form. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Everybody,
You will-
we're eating well tonight.
You will
The spy
coat it
master
with the
eats
fork
the beast.
of appellation.
What twist?
So you guys, you think you're going to take the mountains, the Razok Mountains, and
Yep,
clear
our
out the
mess
goblin
gotta
threat? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why not?
Go kill
Plus,
some
it
goblins.
brings us back to some backstory area, so who knows what could happen there.
Yeah. So as you go to take the parchment off the board, the mission board, someone's hand comes over your shoulder and pins it against the board. Someone that you didn't notice coming up on you guys. Well, there's people around, but you didn't notice him approaching. So you knew there were people near you, but you didn't expect him to do that. It's basically
Okay.
stopping you getting the parchment.
Can we help you?
He goes, "That mission's mine."
Says who?
Well, I got it first, didn't I?
Is one of our hands on the parchment?
He basically slammed his hand against the parchment as you were reaching for it. So his hand's on it, and yours is reaching for it.
Back off.
I look at him and say, "Look, we are all guild members here. We all wish for this task to be done.
Yeah,
Why don't you wish to take the mission with the beasts?"
because my mate was killed by goblins in the mountains trying to get in this guild. I told him to get in this guild. I got him killed. This is my mission.
There
Do
you
I
are.
And don't you
recognize
think
him
I'm?
from
I mean,
No, you
yeah,
wouldn't.
sure. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
He obviously Feldraxian said to back off with a high intimidation roll. He says, "Are you really trying to scare me off?"
I don't need to. I have 3 other people to help me.
I'm getting
He lets go of it. He says, "Well, I'm not going to get into a fight about it."
He does have a point.
Rest assured that we will avenge your fallen comrade.
You best do a good job and bring me back one of their ears.
What?
I can do that.
If we can't, we could just go to the prison cell and teach it.
No.
You're not suggesting that aloud, are you?
No, just
Thank God.
whispering.
What did
I'm
she
not
say?
trying to tell him my
Oh,
plan.
God.
No.
What did she
Yeah.
say?
She suggested cutting off the ear of the goblin in the cell.
Oh God.
Yeah, he wouldn't know the difference, right?
I mean, no, it's a goblin ear. So.
No, I'm asking if Addo could hear this.
Well, you can try
Um,
to listen, I think.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm
you
hoping
gotta
that you're all
remember
pretty
that
close
goblin
together.
that goblin is one of his best friends now.
That
Yeah,
was my
he-
best
Yeah,
friend,
master.
prisoner. You don't
Yep.
kill prisoners.
Yeah, you don't.
We're not
Unless you take
stealing,
no
we're
prisoners.
just borrowing an ear.
Well, if you're going to go and kill them all,
uh,
then at least I want back is a goblin ear. Right?
what about a toe?
Sure. Is a head
Yeah.
okay?
How
Head's
about
too
one of
big.
the daggers so we don't have to mutilate any corpses?
I think we're going to mutilate corpses when we kill them. I mean, last time we literally cut one's head off, so...
Fine. I guess a dagger's more useful, right?
Indeed.
Just a memento, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna head out to the mountains now that we've successfully down talked this guy.
Yeah, sure. I go say bye to Lawrence.
Yeah, the cat. Lawrence the cat.
Lawrence the cat.
Hi, Lauren.
Lawrence seems to be settling in here really well.
Yay!
Before we leave, I go down to check with the jailer to make sure that the goblin is still in his cage and hasn't been misbehaving.
Harassed.
Yeah. So the guard, one of the prison guards comes up to you. He's like, "Yes, the goblin has been no problem. Just a bit chatty sometimes, but no problem. Vocal, I would say."
Just don't allow any guard who would fall easily for tricks near him.
None
I
of
feel
us.
like he try to trick his way out of this cell.
None of us here would allow that. Not even any bribe would allow this to happen.
Good.
Not even the sweet rolls?
Not even sweet rolls. Not even a cave full of gold. We know goblin ways. We know. You do not worry.
Good. All right, so off to the mountains.
Here we go.
All right. Oh, I keep knocking my mic. Sorry for any noise.
Oh, that's all right.
So yeah, you guys head out again back to the Razok mountains, but this time on foot with a question mark at the end.
I mean, we'll go check the stables and see if they have any available.
I mean, it's been a couple of days since you last checked.
Yeah.
And if they did have any available, that would also clue us in to whether the guildmaster came back or not, possibly.
Yeah. So you get there, and there are horses available. They're no longer reserved. They are all back in their stables. The stable master says, "Some of them are pretty tired, so it would be better if you could rest. If you must take them, then take them."
We could just walk.
Let's just walk. We don't want to risk the horses injuring themselves from straining
Yeah.
themselves.
Otto
You
is such
injure
a
the
kind
horses and
soul.
I kill you.
Yeah, let's just walk. It's no problem.
Well, I appreciate that, and I'm sure the horses do too.
Did we ever get payment from the guildmaster, or not the
You-
guildmaster,
you-
but from the spy master?
The spy master? Not yet.
Okay. Well, we'll remember to get payment before we.
Maybe he's gonna put it
I
in our
have to pet the
coffers.
horses.
Well, your payment usually goes into basically you get like a wage box that you have a key to.
Okay. Well, we'll pick it up after this mission.
But you
then.
haven't been given a wage box yet. You've seen other people collecting their wages from them. You haven't been given a box or a key yet.
Well, we'll worry about that after this mission because that will give us quite a bit of gold.
Yeah.
Because right now we probably won't have enough money to get much of anything.
No. Not just yet. Another JD. Wow. All right. So you guys make the journey on foot. Again, it's only like half a day's journey, so it's up midday by the time you get there.
Okay.
And you approach the mountains where you tied up the horses, and there's no sign of any goblins yet.
Which direction you're going to push through? You're going to push through to the ruins, or you're going to push up the mountains?
You know what? I'm gonna try to go up the mountains because if it's like before, they'll be firing down upon us in the ruins, so we don't want to risk that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
sure.
All right.
We're gonna die anyway.
The mountains are pretty easy to traverse because there's a lot of like big boulders and rocks to clamber over, but it's not like a difficult climb. It's just a slow climb.
Oh, you mean like a flip for Holly?
Oh yeah, it's basically like a stroll in the park for Holly, yeah. But it's difficult for anyone else to walk.
Good
Yeah,
thing I have a tail
climber.
for extra handholds.
Yeah, and
I mean, I
balance.
do have +6 in my athletics, so.
Well, you see, that's great for climbing. You've got the strength to just power up it. You see,
Yeah, I have +5 in acrobatics. So.
yeah. So the way the group traverse this this rocky mountain is absolutely completely different. You've got Ardo, who's just powering up big steps, stepping up these rocks, and then you've got Feldraxian, who's like sort of using 5-point contact. So he's using his tail, his hands, and his feet to just like sort of almost crawl up these. Like he's almost like a spider crawling over these rocks, slowly but creeping up these rocks. And then you
That's
got
not creepy at all.
that's what.
That's not creepy at all.
No.
Yeah.
And you got
Tieflings are a little creepy, guys.
and you got Holly, who's like sort of just leaping from rock to rock. You land on your tiptoe and then sort of crouch into it and then spring off to the next rock. But it's like effortless. It doesn't look like she's expending any energy by this extra movement that she's getting. It's almost like she uses the momentum like fluidly from one rock to the next. And then you've got the Tharaga, who is what skills have you got for climbing rocks?
I got +4 nature.
Yeah, you're finding the intelligent route through then. So you're like looking for the right path. Instead of just clambering over rocks and stuff, you're just taking the easiest path, which is actually
Also,
which
I
is-
have a nice
yeah.
staff.
Yeah, it's an easy way up. And welcome to the Hawk Nest. Gengar1307, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the Hawk Nest. So this climb's it's a bit different for all of you. It's a different experience for each one of you. So you climb it for about 15-20 minutes. So you're quite far up this mountain now. You're looking down back from where you came, and there's a flat part to this mountain. It's still rocky, but it's flattened off before the rest of the mountain climb.
The plateau.
Yeah, like a bit of a plateau in the mountain, and it would feel like you were coming to the peak of the mountain. You can actually see it on the drawing there, just above my head. You can see the plateau there. That's where you are on the mountain. So it feels like you're hitting the peak, but as you get to the plateau, you see the rest of the mountain. You're like, are we not done yet? Jeez. And it's
Any sign of any goblins anywhere?
well, at this point, I'm going to ask you to roll a perception check because this is a point where you probably have a little bit of a rest and look around. Welcome to Crazy Town, indeed.
Nat 20.
Well, can you hack for me too? You know?
Yeah, Holly. Let me just show the chat what you just rolled. There's that 24 with the green box around it. Means it was the highest roll you can possibly get, which is 20 on a 20-sided dice. So, yeah, Holly, you notice there's like in the side of the mountain, there's like an opening. It's very small. Even Ardo would find it difficult to squeeze through. Being, I think you're probably the biggest out of everyone, aren't you?
Let's see here. I think my character, I set him as like 6'3". I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, with your armor and stuff, you're probably going to be the biggest. I think Feldraxian's quite small.
I put my character's 5'11", but I'm gonna bump
Relatively,
it up.
just tall.
Oh, 5'11". Yeah,
I'm bumping it up to 6'2" because it makes more sense for him to be extremely tall.
sure. So we've got Ardo is 6'2", and how tall
I
is
think I was
Feldraxian?
5'11".
5'11". So Yeah, Ardo will be able to squeeze through, so everyone else can fit through there easy.
Yeah, I mean, only 4-7.
But it's she found it sort of behind this like boulder and like kind of hidden little gap. You have to go around the back or something. But it seems to be like an entrance inside the mountain, so like a little cave or
Let's
a little
check it
corridor that
out.
leads inside.
You know, that
Get
looks
your torch ready.
perfect for a goblin.
Actually, we might want to. Well, no, it's definitely big enough for a goblin because they're actually small-sized creatures, so they're only about like somewhere between like 3 and 5, 3 and
3
They're
and
like a
5
gnome.
feet, yeah.
Yeah, so it's perfect for them. I
So,
think we're going to find goblins there.
normally, Ada would definitely go first, but this time we might want someone with dark vision to go because I'm not going to be able to see on the other side,
Yeah.
Yeah, so who goes
and
first?
I can't really crawl through a narrow space with a lantern.
I'll go first.
Such bravery.
And I'll
All
go
right.
immediately behind him, so hopefully I can like just immediately get that lantern up after he's out and fighting, if there's any
Sure.
fighting.
Yeah, just remember I only have 10 health.
All right, so this passage we've got is it Feldraxian leading the party down into this
Yes, I'm very at
twisting
home in
cave.
the dark.
After about 30 feet of sort of struggling like through between like rocks sticking down from the roof of this cave and like twisting through this narrow passage, you know, like sort of sideways shuffling through little gaps and things like that, you come to a bit of an opening. And in the opening, you can see this slight little bit of light, and it's if you look up, you can see these mushrooms that are glowing on the ceiling. This kind of moss and mushroom that's got
Oh,
a
those
slight
good potions.
glow to it. So this room is just about lit in every corner, and you can see the path continues further up ahead as well. But
Can I do a nature check?
yeah, sure.
Yeah, I want to know what those mushrooms are.
They're just typically known as glowing mushrooms.
They're just mushrooms.
They're
But-
glow
Mushrooms.
Glow shrooms
Glow
indeed.
Are they
And
edible?
they're not edible. They're toxic, but they're handy for making makeshift lanterns because you can stuff like vials with them and
I
Maybe
would've-
possibly poisons.
they're not poisonous but more toxic, so they're just not good to be ingested. So if you put them in someone's food, they're gonna have some stomach problems later on.
Let's put it
So
in
no-
the Spy Master's food.
No, let's not.
Let's. He's a dick.
I think
I mean, you
know
can collect a few if you like.
Ask yourselves, right? He's gonna know that we did it eventually. Let's face it, he's the spy master. And do you
Well,
really
I want to
want
get
to
those shrooms
justice?
anyway.
Yeah, it takes the shrooms.
Yeah, I want
How did those
those.
shrooms get in there?
I'm not gonna put it
Gengar,
in his
I had no idea
food,
how
I just
cool this
wanna
looked on here. Sweet.
Do my druid stuff.
It's good, isn't it, Gengar? I just had to check the other chat.
I think
But
we're
yeah.
live on YouTube also, Grave. I wasn't sure if you knew that or not.
Oh, really? Has it been?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I don't have the YouTube.
We're
Yeah, I
live.
think Dustin Sellers posted it.
Sweet.
Anyhoozle. Alright, so we all managed to squeeze through and everyone can see because there's all these glowing mushrooms, right?
Yeah.
So I pick some mushrooms.
Okay. You can collect a handful of mushrooms easy. Obviously, you don't want to collect them all, so the light will diminish. Unless you want it to be
No,
dark.
I just want a few to take home.
Yeah, sure. So the passage continues after this opening in a similar fashion, but this time you won't have to squeeze through. It's more just like a single,
Single file.
single breadth, single file passage. Yeah,
Alright, Ada's gonna jump in front then.
yeah. It's
Unless anyone objects. No objection?
No.
Okay, cool.
Sure.
Yeah. Don't
all right. So some of these mushrooms and the fungus is actually starting to light up the corridor as well, and you can see fairly well. up to about 30 feet ahead when the passage isn't winding and twisting, obviously. It takes a slight turn to a descent into the mountain rather than up as you were headed earlier, and you can hear. Well, roll me a perception check first.
What can't I hear? Wow, I
Oh, it
didn't
was
get
episode
that.
1. Ah, okay. So it wasn't YouTube. Was episode 1. Yeah, gotcha. Perception, yeah, done. Okay, so you guys can hear like the sound of dripping water and running water as well. It's like you've got the two sounds. One closer, the dripping is closer. It's like it's dripping into a pool or a pond or a puddle or something, and then further along this path, you can hear running water, like a trickle. It's not like a river; it's like a trickle.
Cool.
Okay, I'm gonna head
Let's
towards it.
bring water.
All right,
Everybody
so
get your bottles ready.
the path opens out into this this chamber inside the mountain with stalagmites and stalactites, and there's like this really still pond in the middle, or this body of water, and you can see that the water dripping from the roof of the cave, and there's a little stream coming off this body of water. So the body of water looks completely still, but there's a tiny little trickle over the rocks, heading down towards this hole in the ground, which is completely dark. This whole room's again lit up by these mushrooms that kind of glow. So they're
Can we
reflecting.
see with our dark vision into this hole?
Sure, if you want to approach the hole.
I'll do that.
All right, so you look down this hole, and you can see that on the other side of the hole, there's actually a rope ladder that's been tied to one of the stalactites. Hang on, stalagmite, stalactite from the top. So mite from the bottom. I can't remember.
Mite
Whatever.
from the bottom.
Mite
tight
from the bottom,
top.
tight for the top. Oh, I was right. Yeah. So stalagmite. It was tied around a stalagmite and it's hanging over this ledge into this hole. And down the hole, you can just see more rocks and almost like a pathway again. But you can, if you look closely, you can see that some of the rocks between them, there's like, you can see a bit of broken armor and a couple of bones.
Oh,
Oh, pleasant.
There's a dragon.
this is
Okay,
what
so
I wanna
there's
say.
bones and broken armor at the bottom of this hole. I'm assuming that he relays this information to the one person who cannot see in the dark.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I turn to Otto and say, yeah, there's a... Looks pretty messed up down there, man.
All right, so well, the first thing Otto's gonna do is he's gonna go over to the try to pull up the rope.
Yeah.
Should we use our own rope? Like rappel down? Because I'm not sure if that ladder's safe if there's already broken pieces of stuff down there.
This wasn't a ladder, right? It was just a
Oh,
link.
it was a rope ladder, the one that's drooped over the stalagmite. So
Oh, well,
it's like got
I'm
bits
gonna,
of wood.
Okay, never. I'm gonna leave the ladder down there. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to push against the stalagmite and see if it's sturdy.
Yeah. Do you want to do like an investigation check on it to make sure it's safe?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, it looks really safe. It's tough. It looks like it's been used. Like it's not like worn or old. It looks like fairly recent addition to this place.
I was more worried that the slag might be a trap. Okay. Well, I mean, we could use our own rope, or we could. Is there another stalagmite nearby the one that it's tied to?
Yeah, there's plenty around it. There's like groups of them. Yeah.
Okay. About how can we estimate how far down the hole is?
Yeah, it's about 40 feet, so you can see the bottom, just about with the glow from the mushrooms, and it is darker down there because there's no mushrooms there. But
Can
yeah,
we
you should be able to see.
toss a mushroom down there?
Yeah.
That would work.
I'm actually gonna take Holly's lantern, light it up, and I'm gonna tie it like to the rope to my rope. and then I'm
Lower
going to
down.
tie that around the stalagmite that's nearby and slowly lower that into the hole.
That's a good idea.
Yep.
I'm going to give you, for that idea, I'm going to give you, I forgot what it's called now. It's not initiative.
Inspiration.
Inspiration, that's the one.
Inspiration.
So make sure you've marked inspiration. I like the idea. So this whole area is now lit up underneath, and there are multiple passages you can see now from the top here. There's like, I think there's 5 passages out of the cave below. If you were to go down the ladder.
And this is like the room we're in. Is it a dead end or?
You haven't explored it entirely, but it seems to go. It's quite big, so it seems to go around. You can't see everything past the stalagmites and stalactites. You'd have to sort of walk around it a lot more to see what's in the room.
Should we investigate up here first, or should we head on down, guys?
Let's investigate here first.
Yeah, we don't want to miss anything.
Yeah, we also might wanna check if there's something here that could cut the rope when we go down.
So I'm gonna get some of those mushrooms and try to make a makeshift torch,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna pull out my mace and start slowly moving around the stalagmites, seeing if I can see anybody or anything.
All right. So this room actually goes on a lot further than you thought, because as you go around the back of these stalagmites and stalactites, you can see a lot more of this cave and a lot more water as well. To get further to the back, you'd have to go into the water, and the water just looks like you're looking into a black mirror.
I want to check the water.
Check it how? What are you going to do to the water?
Is there anything special? How do I do that?
You mean like what's special about it? It's just really dark water, very
Yeah,
murky
and I
as
don't
well.
trust it.
You're
I'm
going
gonna
to try.
toss a rock into it.
All right. So
Sure.
how big's the rock? Like a pebble or like a hand fist size or
A pebble.
a pebble? All right. So this pebble plops into water, plop, and then the ripples ripple out, and you don't see any movement in the water aside from the pebble. It's just a nice sound you get from it.
A nice sound.
Nice.
The water just nice.
So I'm gonna do something that I may end up regretting. I'm gonna dip my mace into the water and see if and like swirl it around a little bit.
All right, with this light, you can't really see into the water, but the motion it's different to the pebble, and I want you to roll me a perception check.
Okay.
All
is
of
this
us or
with
just Otto?
disadvantage or-
Just Ardo.
Is this normal or with disadvantage or what?
Just a normal. 22. All right. So you see, literally 5 feet in front of your mace, you see like what appears to be like either an eel or like a tentacle or something, just break the surface of the water and like slither out from the top of the water and then back under.
Okay then.
Gonna remove my mace from the water.
Who wants to go get eaten?
I'm gonna go get the lantern. I'm gonna like pull the rope back up so I have the lantern and shine it out across the water and see if that helps any.
Yeah, you just get when that happens, because the water's so black, you get more reflection, but you can now see into the water, and you can see these eel things like in the water. They look a bit like conger eels, and they're swimming around underneath the water, almost like they're waiting for something to come into the water. They swim towards the light and circle around before the light.
Throw a mushroom in there.
I'm gonna take my greatsword and try to hit one of them.
Oh God!
This is
What if
probably
it's
a bad idea. I'll
An
admit
electric
this.
eel.
It might be. But if it's an
Holy
electric eel, if it's an electric eel,
No, you-
crap!
I didn't.
Did you just mace an eel in the water?
Yeah, I guess I did.
All right.
I was gonna do my greatsword, but I rolled the mace. So we're
That
going with
was
the
an
mace.
epic shot. So you swing this mace down on top of this eel's head. It squishes its head between the rock, and splashes into the water. Squishes the head between the rock and your mace, and the tail flicks up and out and squirms everywhere. Because of the damage, it jumps out of the water. And it's flicking like a hyperactive fish on the rocks, flopping around. But it's totally dead. It's totally dead. It's just its nerves reacting.
How big are the eels?
They're about 5 feet long.
Holy crap!
That's bigger than me.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So now
They're-
that the deal is on the land here, is there anything like special about it?
Can
Like
we do a nature check?
Yeah, you can see that these eels have like spines on them and stuff. They just bite. They've got a bad bite on them, and if you get caught by a spine, it can injure you. They're just eels. But
Ew!
are they totally still sitting by where I maced the one?
what, the other eels?
Yeah.
No, they scattered when you splash the water. They all scatter into little holes and rocks and underneath things. You see a few heads pop back out, but mostly they're hiding from the splash.
Like, fuck
Can
that.
we eat the eel?
You don't wanna eat the eel.
Why not?
But these
I
things,
don't
when
know what she wants to do. No.
they move fast, when you hit that mace into the water, you saw the true speed of these things, and they are fast.
Okay.
Oh lord.
How deep
Alex?
is the water?
It looks to be, if you stood in it, you'd be completely submerged. So maybe 7-8 feet deep. It's hard to tell when you look into water, but it's deep.
Okay, so let's not go there.
Yeah,
I
no.
look around. Is there any like natural bridges or any other way to get across the water at all?
No. You'd have to climb across the roof between the stalagmites and stalactites and stuff like that to get around the side, but it'd be a tough climb because
Can
some
I-
of it's
Can I try to cast Thunder Wave in the water?
what, to kill them all? Yeah.
Yes!
Would it be a waste of Thunderwave, or would it just be hilariously fun?
It would be a
I-
waste, but
I think it'd be hilariously fun.
What is
Just-
Thunder
fun.
Wave?
I'm gonna fucking burn up a spell slot for this, but.
Alright, saving throw 12, thunder damage, DC 13 for Constitution. Alright, so there's like 5 eels, right?
Sure.
They were all in the Thunderwave 15-foot cube, easy. The Constitution is quite low. There we go. I'm going to roll 5 rolls. There's this dice sound. Ooh, failure. 1 is obliterated by Thunderwave. All right, so 4 of them. 4 of them are completely obliterated by Thunderwave. 1, like, they just turn to mush in the water.
Gross.
Hmm.
I don't wanna swim
Because of
through
the
that.
sound wave through water, they literally just turn to mush. And then one of them gets hit, but it was at such an angle that it manages to escape under a rock and doesn't quite take the damage from it. It swims around and then swims out of the water and tries to leap out of the water towards Ardo, who's probably still standing
Oh
near
god.
the water's edge. It's towards the light. So it's going to try and make a bite attack at you. Give me a second.
This is gonna be great.
Yeah.
Only a 7. It misses. It totally misses you. It's just in its sheer panic that it's jumped out, and it lands in the in the water on the other side of you.
Do I get an attack of opportunity by any chance?
No, but you could definitely attack it because the water on the other side is just literally a puddle. So you can see it really easily it's swimming around and sneaking around in this water. You mace the water, it splashes up, but you don't hit it. But it's trapped there. It can't do anything. It can't get enough. It hasn't got enough depth in the water to spring out of the water. So it's just rolling about in the shallow water. It tries to roll onto the land and then rolls back in. Now it's dead. And you can just see like,
I'm just imagining Otto like screaming.
yeah. As this thing jumped out of the water, that would freak me out if that thing jumped out of the water at me.
It's freaking 5 feet.
Freaking eel.
5
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah, it's almost it's the size of a human.
It's
It's
bigger than Holly.
It's the head is probably the head of the eel is probably the same size as the head of a human, as well, a small human. So these things are huge. They're tanky things. If they hit you, they hurt. But yeah, it's dead. It is totally deaded.
So, does there appear to be any more in the water?
There doesn't appear to be any more now.
That was a good call with the thunder wave.
It was.
Okay.
Took out a lot of them. Jeez.
And it is spell slot.
How far across is the water? Like, yeah.
You're looking at like 60 feet.
I say we go down the rope ladder before we go try to get across this water, because I'm not entirely convinced that there's not any more eels in that water. And I don't know about y'all, but I want to get water.
Yeah, those things are
Yeah,
messed
I
up.
don't want to get eaten.
Especially considering I won't be able to wear my armor because I will sink to the bottom.
Yeah, I'm thinking I could try to climb on this ceiling or wall, but I don't know if I want to risk falling in.
All right.
Ah!
So is it time to go down the ladder? The
Yeah,
ladder
sure.
of destiny.
Mm,
After killing
Alright.
some eels.
yeah.
So you go
Hey,
down.
Could be an escape route.
Who's going down the ladder first?
Addo will.
All
Sure.
right.
Yeah.
You'll just need an athletics check to get down it safely, or an acrobatics check. It's totally up
It's
to you
gonna
which
be
one.
good.
Athletics, trust me on that one.
Yeah, you get down safely. Yeah, all the way to the bottom with no hitches. He just looks strong going down this rope ladder. Alright, who's next?
I will.
Rope ladders are a bit unsteady, so acrobatics. So you can use your tail to balance as you go down this ladder, and you get down safely as well. A little bit of a hitch halfway, but you're down. Same with Haliago as well. Little bit of a hitch here and there.
Well,
However, Tharaga comes over the top, and she gets halfway down, and her foot slips through because Ardo's been down it, and he's got a bit of water on him, so he's wet the ladder a little bit. Tharaga her foot slips through the rung, and then catches, like her ankle's stuck between two rungs, and she hangs upside down.
Can I get to her?
Yeah, she's about halfway up.
Alright, I'm gonna
She
climb
might
up
be able to
the
get herself out of it. She's just slipped. She's just uncomfortable.
I'm just gonna stay here.
I think that's the lowest acrobatics roll Holly has ever rolled.
Tharaga. Oh yeah, and Holly as well.
Okay, how do I get out?
Basically, you want to use. Hang on a second. I'm gonna sneeze. No, it's not. I am. No, I'm not. I am. I hate that feeling. So anyway, yeah, you want an athletics check to get yourself. So basically, it's like a hanging sit up. So you want to pull yourself out of it. It's easy enough.
heard-
Yeah, you're done.
I heard cinnamon helps with sneezing. Brave.
Definitely not. No chance. So yeah, Tharaga like sort of just pulls herself up, grabs hold of her foot, yanks it out, carries on down, and makes it to the bottom.
Perfect landing.
Could have been worse. She could have just fell 40 feet.
Yeah.
So
Snap
I, of
my neck
course,
and died.
lowered the lamp back down. So, what do we see at the in these tunnels? Like,
It's difficult to see down them because these ones wind, so you can just see the sort of start of the tunnel, and then you can see rock. You'd have to actually go in them to be able to see. But it looks like they go further into the mountain again.
I think we should keep what we took from Razok Mountains last time and stay together.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, just give us
So-
1 sec. I'm just gonna get a
Any-
tissue. So
My Mo catch a tiger by its toe. If it hollers, let it go. Do, 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 do.
We picking a path.
Well, we're waiting on Grave to get his tissues. So.
Oh, okay. I didn't catch that.
oh yeah, feels better. All right. So yeah, you're down the bottom of this ladder, and you're just gonna pick a random direction. It's difficult to tell where anyone's gonna go anyway. So
Our immediate left.
immediate left, sure. All right.
Immediate left.
So it's not a tight squeeze or anything. You can just walk into it, but it does twist and wind a little bit. And
Who's going first? Mace in one hand, lantern in the other.
yeah, and Addo's first again. The shield.
Bone shard.
Everyone roll me perception as you're going through. See how you feel about this. Well, Holly,
Up 24.
you recognize this stench, and it's starting to become a stench that you all notice. But Holly recognized it as the stench of goblins. And it's getting stronger the further you get down this passage.
Oh joy.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my rapier out.
As you get further down to this passage as well, you feel the air getting warmer,
There's a dragon.
and you eventually reach like a wooden gate almost. It's a door, but it's got like a gate in front of it, like an iron gate,
Okay.
and it's barred with a padlock from the other side. But you could reach through the gate. It's gated, so you'd probably be able to get your hand through. You just couldn't see what you were doing if you did that.
Can I melt it with my burning hands?
You believe the metal would probably be too hot to melt. You could definitely burn the door.
So hold on. This is an iron gate,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah. Sorry, an
is
iron
the
gate with a wooden
itself
door.
locked?
Yeah. It's what? Sorry.
Is the gate itself locked?
Yeah. So the gate's locked with a padlock on the other side of the gate. So it's like it's been locked from the other side.
Screw it. I'm gonna try to rip the padlock off.
Sure. Have you got anything to help you do that?
I got
I
an
have
18
a
strength.
crowbar. I have a crowbar.
All right.
You can see here a crowbar. I can lend it to you.
Okay, I'll take the crowbar and strength check. Right.
Yeah, and then +1 to it.
All right. This won't have the +1, but
You see the padlock bend and then snap. The padlock's gone. It falls to the floor.
I love this crowbar.
I hand the crowbar back.
Yeah, thanks.
All right,
And this
so,
gate can now open.
I'm opening the gate.
but
Surprisingly,
is it-
Go on.
With a lot of noise in a cave.
It does. It makes a big clank sound when you snap the padlock. And the gate doesn't, surprisingly, it doesn't creak. It seems to have a lot of grease on this gate.
Nice.
So the gate opens towards you, and then there's the door behind it.
All right.
It's just a
So
basic
I'm
wooden
gonna
door.
I'm gonna set the lantern down at my feet, so where it still sheds light. Put
Mhm.
the mace at my side and draw the greatsword, and then slowly open the door.
All right. This door doesn't creak either as you open it. And the stench of goblins is real now. You get as soon as you open the door, the heat comes out along with the waft of goblin everything, and you can also get a smell of
Yes,
like
goblins.
something burning, like a burning smell as well.
Mm-hmm.
And you start to hear like in the distance you can hear clanking of some kind of metal on metal and metal on rock.
Sounds like a forge.
And yeah, you open the door and you can just see like an empty barracks. You can see like where they've been sleeping on the floor. There's nobody, none of the goblins are in here, but you can see buckets and all kinds of benches and things around where there's
God, I don't even
weapons.
want to know what those goblins are doing with buckets.
There's weapons in here. There's weapons hung up on the wall. There's in weapon racks on the floor. It's the most untidy barracks you've ever seen in your life, and it doesn't smell great either.
Alright. So Addo's gonna like keep his greatsword on his shoulder, like so he can hold it in one hand. Then he's gonna pick up the torch and move further into the room.
All right. So these rooms are now lit by torches on the wall.
Okay.
So all the rooms are well lit.
I'm going to extinguish the lantern, hand it back to Holly, and grab one of the torches off the wall.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm also actually gonna grab one of the daggers that I'm assuming are hanging on the wall somewhere.
Yeah, I mean they're pretty crap things, but they'll do.
They're obviously goblin make.
Yeah, the goblins made these things. They're very crude and not very good.
So.
But yeah, they work. Yeah.
Like I said, it ain't for me. I don't care.
Yeah. So these the room that you're in now, above you can see another rope ladder going up through a hole in the ceiling. And then you can see another door across the way of the room as well.
Well, I think if we go up the ladder, it would be disadvantageous because we're just going to be going up the ladder, like coming off the ladder. We might not all be together.
All right, I got an idea. We're gonna go through that door, but here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna open the door. Belle, you keep an eye on the hole in the ceiling, and if something comes down, actually stand below the the hole, and if something tries to come down the ladder, flaming hands up it.
Yep, I also have a bunch of daggers that I could throw too, if needed.
Sure.
And then, Holly, since you're good with your bow, you cover me in the door. That way, if I need to back, I can step aside and you can open fire, and I can cut them down as they try to pass through the door.
Yeah, okay. I'll take out my sword bow then.
All right.
I'll just be here.
Should
Thraga,
Thraga?
Yeah, Thraga, you alternate between whoever is not killing enough goblins quick enough.
Okay. I can do that.
She sounds so happy about that.
Yeah.
Thought of killing goblins made her very happy.
So who's opening this door?
Addo is, and what
Addo's opening the door?
he's gonna stand off to the side so you can pull it open, and then
blast them. Yeah. Shot. All right. You just tell me when you're gonna open it.
Now.
All right. Addo opens the door. First thing you see is a small group of goblins. One of them looks around at the door opening. The others aren't really paying much attention to it. And I'm going to give, because you've got a clear line of sight at this goblin, right? So I'm going to give you a chance to do whatever you need to do.
Yeah, can I get a sneak attack?
Yeah, this is the sneak attack moment. They are totally surprised by you opening this door. They didn't expect anyone to be down here. So, wasn't Feldraxian looking directly down there and Thraga?
Sorry, Holly. Looking up at the
it's Holly. Sorry,
hole.
Okay.
In the ceiling where the ladder is.
Yeah. and Holly's looking at the doorway.
Yeah.
All right.
And Tharaga is kind of in between us to help if
Help
needed.
between. All right, so it's Holly that's going to take this shot. If you want to take the shot, you can roll it.
Ooh.
Oh. All right.
Yes.
It's a crit fail, natural one.
You're gonna hit Edo.
The arrow flies through. It goes right past all the goblins, and it hits a huge. There's a metal gong at the other end of the thing.
Of course there. Right?
Of course.
She hits the alarm bell.
Oh,
Oh shit.
oh.
It doesn't
No.
make too much of a clang because it's only an arrow, but it makes enough of a clang. One of the goblins pops up by the gong, who is snoring asleep by it, picks up this mace, whacks the gong, and then we're gonna end the game there, and then that's where we'll come back to next time.
Oh no. I don't
Always
know.
with starting up with goblin battles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
But,
Greg, I noticed I needed to make a change on my character sheet. I just want to make you aware of it. My
Sure.
current points is set at 12. It should be 13.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
I just want to make sure you knew I was doing that before I did it.
No, that's fine.
And in that vein, I also have to update my spells and stuff because I'd like to be able to use my Witch Bolt.
Yeah.
I don't suppose we've gained enough experience to level up.
I normally level up when you get back. How much did I give you experience last time?
No.
No,
Oh man, I said I'd give you at the end of the end.
after
All right, I
this.
say, well, I'm going to give you it now. I'm going to work it all out now. Just give me 1 second. So yeah, the cliffhanger. Oh no, Ultra Danix Cube.
Oh.
Because this is the second time we cliffhangered on a goblin battle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I should have
Except
given
the
you it last time.
Except the last time Holly put an arrow straight clean through some goblin's head. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
she alerted everyone.
No, it's the opposite effect this time. This is going to get intense.
Goofed again.
I done
I
goofed.
think we're in a good position though.
Oh.
Honestly,
Yeah,
'cause
I
we
think
got,
so,
like,
too.
we got most of the doors covered,
Yeah.
so
I'm capable of defending myself off in the little bit of the distance.
Yeah, and I can go whack people with swords.
Yeah, I have a rapier too, so
I can burn people.
well, my thought on it right now is Holly should keep firing arrows, and then as they try to come in the door, Addo basically gets to swack them.
Yeah.
So you get in 250 XP each for the battles, and then for the extra bits for the session, you will get another 100 XP each. So 350 XP in total.
That level, we should be leveling up next time we go to town. Then,
Yeah, next time you go to town, you can level up all your stuff. So when you get back from here.
yeah, we'll get my fighting style.
Yay, I
Will
get
we get to level
my
3
wild
yet?
shape.
What do I get?
So next time we go back to, so if you want to prep your character for it, like so you know what you're going to pick. So at the start of next session we can, sorry, not the start, but when you get back from this place, if you get back, you can level up in game. I don't know if you'll be quick enough, but we could try.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we should be able to easily level up because I already know. Because I think my only choice is basically what fighting style. I think it's pretty obvious to everyone who's been watching. I'm definitely picking two-handed fighting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at least you don't have to pay for
Uh,
DLC.
We should just be
Right.
making it level 2, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
next
it'll
session?
next session will be
I
level
get
2.
spellcasting next on level 2 too.
I mean,
have
I
we'll
don't think
no
I
idea
get
what I'm
anything
going to-
interesting to level 3. I think that's when I get my pact or something.
yeah. So next session we'll start out with this battle. Once we're done in this cave, if you all survive this encounter, and we head back,
If.
that's when we'll do the leveling up, and we'll do it during the stream. So
Sure.
we can roll for our health, hit points, and stuff like that. You know.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's been awesome. Thank you very
thanks
much.
again.
Yeah.
Always fun.
Next episode in 2 weeks' time. I think we've got it down already, haven't we? Is there any differences? The 2nd of December.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly. Well, I think we discussed it while you were gone, but that's my drill weekend that I might have to work. So unless I take leave, I don't know what you guys think about that.
Did you say we were going to end an hour early on that one?
Probably. I have to be at work at 7, and that's about 3 hours in.
Yeah. So I mean, if we get 3 hour session in next time, that's fine.
Probably have
It'll
to cut
probably
it.
be a little bit less than 3 hours.
Yeah.
because
Like that's no problem. That's no problem.
It'll be probably 2:45 is a good cutoff point.
Yeah. That's fine.
That
We'll
gives
do a slightly
20
shorter
minutes.
session next time, but
That
it's
gives
still
you
a
15
session.
minutes. Yeah, that gives you 15 minutes to get to work. So is that good enough?
Possibly. I may decide. I may decide to just take the day off, but I can't do that for every time because I looked like 7 months ahead, just so
Yeah.
you guys know. And there are several coincidences when I actually have to work. So some of them will have to be shorter ones, or we can start earlier, or whatever works for you guys.
Sure.
Yeah.
I apologize.
No,
I
it's
didn't
all right.
really realize it.
It's fine to do.
man,
I mean, the
work.
session still takes place, so that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
I'll
right.
still wake up.
All right. Thanks everybody, and everyone
Bye.
say bye to everybody in the stream.
Bye, everybody
Bye.
in the stream.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Next
Catch you later,
time,
guys.
let's
Yeah, next time you got it.
kill
Next
the cat.
time, let's not fuck up.
All right. See you guys.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
All right. Thanks everybody for watching in the stream as well. It's been an epic day. We had a bit more story, a bit more battling. It's been a fun day. Killing goblins. It's always good to kill goblins. So oh, it looks like the Feldraxian's stuck on saying hello there. Anyway, I've been Gravehawk. I'll be back later on for some other games in another 4 hours, getting that loot. So yeah, I don't know what I'll be playing later. I'm gonna see who's playing what, and then we'll pick a game for the latest stream in 4 hours time. So I will be back later today. Thank you very, very, very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed Sang Dungeons and Dragons. And if you haven't already, make sure you go over to the Facebook page. If you're 18 or over, you can join the Facebook group Sang, which is the link that was on the page there. So that's where these guys are from. And it's awesome sauce. Oh yeah. I guess it's time for some music before we go. We'll just put this one on. What's this? I don't know. This'll do. This'll do for an ending theme. Yeah. Secrets in Neirash, over and out. Goodbye.